Hey, what's up, nation? Welcome to Last Call Podcast. Today, fortunately or unfortunately, Jeff won't be here tonight. He has a prior engagement with the Black Hole. He's doing a meet and greet and stuff, so he won't be here tonight. He might pop in a little bit later. You let me know if he is or not. But I do have a special guest. He's one of the guys who knows football. He knows the Raiders inside out. He very intelligent on that. He helped me out in the draft. You probably know him best for Chevelle or as many avatars used. And not only am I bringing into the stage right now is my good friend Jason Downs. What's up, Jason?
How's it going?
Well, it's going good. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Nice warm Saturday afternoon. Not too hot. We've had a pretty decent summer so far.
Good. Yeah, you guys did, not us. I'm right now. It's like 101 right now. It's like 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I think we hit 94 or 95 today.
Shit, I'll probably be like that about 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Well, as normal, I'm gonna go ahead and see who's in the chat. So far we got Raider Paul. Hey, welcome to the show. Tonight it's not the Christian Jeff, it's the Christian Jason. Sacktown's here. Hey, Sacktown.
Sacktown. What's up?
Hey, Devin, welcome to the show, brother. Appreciate it. And my favorite Bronco fan is in the building. What's up, Randy? Long time no see, man. On Six is here. And, of course, Cool Kev, always here. Jeff's not here, but I'll put that up there anyway. So we got some people in the chat already. Detroit guy popped in. Hey, Detroit guy. Yeah, Detroit guy, welcome. Let's see. I think that's it for now. Anyway, so almost there, brother. Almost there.
Yeah,
getting close.
Yep. We know in 7 days the Bullets are going to be live.
They start.
They report Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I believe is no contact. I don't know, Saturday or Sunday the pads come on.
What's up, OG?
Wait and see.
Hey, Jeffrey. Well, I'm gonna go. It's gonna be a pull-up show, so we're just gonna talk for a few minutes, and I'm gonna put a link in so people want to come in, they can.
Yeah.
Talk about anything you want to. This is open mic tonight. You can talk about anything you want. The Raiders. You want to talk about the Donkeys, the Broncos, because Randy N's in the building. So, and it don't matter, man.
As much as I don't like those teams, I hate them. I despise them. I respect them. And what they're doing is what we should have been doing 2-3 years ago ourselves. They're ahead of us in the game.
Yeah.
And it's for you Charger fans and Bronco fans. It ain't gonna be long. You'll be tasting us again, and it'll be all right.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah. Well, I like the Denver fans say we swept you guys this year. Well, we've been sweeping you guys for 8 years straight, so you guys got that this year.
Yeah.
Last year, I mean, but it won't happen this season. I don't see us getting swept by our division like we did last year. I don't see that. I think we'll sweep one of these teams. I don't know which one. I said it. I said Denver. I said we'll sweep Denver, split San Diego, split KC.
Yeah, I kind of think the same thing. Actually, to be quite honest with you, I'm going to say it. Everybody can yell at me or whatever. I think we can sweep the Chargers.
Possibly.
I think we can. If the cards line up right for us, I think we can take two of them. I think we can take both of them.
Well, last year we could have swept. We could have swept the Chiefs. The first game was was good. The second game definitely should have had that. Yeah, I don't see him swept by a second-year quarterback. He's still got longer to go. Yeah, you know what? He might have a sophomore slump, but then again, you got Sean Payton, the quarterback whisperer, so I don't know if he's going to get that sophomore slump, but we'll see.
It's their defense, and they had a really good defense last year, and they only got better, in the offseason. So
all right, Rick Paul.
That's where the rubber meets the road with the Broncos. It's going to be their defense. They're still going to have somewhat of a running game, and Bo Nix, you never know. I'm praying for a sophomore slump too, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it is what it is. First of all, first things first. We got to make sure our team's together first before we worry about the rest of the teams, because they didn't really have to do too much in the off season as much as we did. We had to get a lot of pieces in there, free agency and the draft. But the draft class looked pretty good on paper and in OTAs. We got yet to see them on the field. I want to see them. The big news is Genty. I'm cool with that. But who is your player, not named Genty, you want to see just shine, like just do it all? What's your player?
Darian Porter. Second would my honorable mention will be Dante Thornton, but my primary is Darian Porter. If what he did last year in college, he can carry it over to the NFL. I think we had the makings of having a superstar cornerback, but I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. It's only because of what we know, not what's So there's expectations, and I can go on and on and on about what our expectations are, with it. But I like the fact that in the theme of how they built this roster this year was to compete. And even watching the promo video that they have out on Raiders.com is that's their whole mantra. They're not looking at the schedule going, oh, we can win this game or we can lose that game. We don't care what the outside expectations are. It's every day come in and compete. Get 1% better than what you were the day before.
No, well, yeah, Pete Carroll have them focused. He have them focused on playing football the right way. Have them focused on not only just playing football, but having fun doing it.
Yeah.
If you look at the OTAs that they had this past season, I mean, they were having fun out there. I mean, they look happy. Everybody's smiling and joking around. Granted, they kind of did that with AP, but what they had McDummy, you didn't see none of that.
Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Feel free to super chat if you want, Jeff.
Super chat yourself, Jeff. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna go. I'm not. It's not gonna be a long. I got Jeff's show, like a 5-hour marathon tonight.
Oh, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, so
alarm clock set for 8:00.
Yeah, see, so it's not gonna be that long.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go ahead. If anybody want to come in, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'll let you in. Always be courteous, be kind, be respectful. No, none of them bull crap. If it gets
content in, let's have some discussion.
If it gets too bad, I'm kicking you out.
Yeah, we're done with all the fishing stories and vacation stories. Our rookies are in camp; their heads on the pillow right now at the facility. Our veterans are packing their bags right now as we speak to head to Henderson to start getting ready, and then let's get this season rolling. Let's do it right this year too, as well. And it's just as important for us to bring our A game as it is our team to bring their A game. It sucks. It doesn't seem like our team has been fulfilling their end of the bargain, but I really truly think they will this year. There's going to be, and don't look at the overall win-loss where we're going to be at the win-loss, and everybody's predicting these win-losses. The biggest thing that I want to see, and especially in the first 4 games, is how are they going out and playing? You see what I'm saying? Right. How are they playing? Are they playing to the whistle every play, every down, every quarter? There's no let up. There's always going to be hiccups along the way. Nobody's perfect in a football game. But where are they going to,
The thing is, okay, well, first of all, hey, OG, welcome to the stage, man. How you doing?
OG? No voice. We can't hear you. That's what happens when you get old. You forget to put your headset and your microphone on.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah. Sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, just make sure. Sound check.
I hate these damn things, man. I hate these freaking headsets. Anyway, so here's the thing I'm curious about. You need to make me a mod, first of all. And the way I behave, I'd probably put myself in timeout from time to time. But
Wait a minute. You are my you are my show. Okay, I got you.
anyway, no, the thing is, there's something I want to see. I want to see the face on the defensive coordinator who has both Trey Tucker and Thornton, both on the outside. How do you cover two burners?
Okay, we got a super chat from Jeff to Jeff. Where is Jeff? I missed his section this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Moderators, do your job. Ban them.
That would be great payback for Chris.
Here's the money. Give me back.
Still trying to think of ways to get back at Jeff just to kind of rouse him up a little bit. Put him in
old people in technology. Yeah, well, technology moves fast. But anyway, go ahead and just saying about Tucker
and Thornton.
Yeah.
Like, how do you cover two burners? If you put them on the outside, right? You lined up what's his name? Myers, and you get Brock Bowers and Mayer out there. Mayer's there to block. Okay. You throw those two burners out there. How do you stop that?
Pass rush.
I would love to see the look on the defensive coordinator's face when he has to go, oh, he's going to look at that and go, oh, shit. How do you prepare for that?
But here's a good thing about that, what you just said. Last year, we don't have two players that can catch the ball. Nobody can run the ball. It was just Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers. That's all we had. This year, we have flexibility, like Detroit guy just said. He can run all kind of different sets. Mm-hmm. He can have both Thornton and Tucker out there at the same time, or he can have Josh Bech out there with Jacoby Myers and Browers. I mean, there's so much they can do. What that also does, which is really going to be great, is that they can't put 8, 9 men in the box,
right,
to try to stop Genty, because they do. Thornton or Tucker are going to beat them over the top. And that's the flexibility that we have. And you saw what the Raiders did in the draft and how they set the tone. Once they got Chip Kelly, they wouldn't immediately got these guys.
Right, but everybody said, oh, Thornton can't really run routes. They watched his 1 year at Tennessee. Did you see him at Oregon?
Yeah.
That boy knows the route tree.
Yeah, he does.
He even planted the roots. Don't overlook this guy, man.
Hey,
how many?
What's up?
6'5", 4.3 speed. That's freak.
That's not normal.
That's some Megatron stuff.
Yeah. I don't think Megatron was a 4.3 guy. I think he was more of a 4.4, 4.5.
4.6, something like that. 4.5.
Okay.
4.6.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Megatron, but faster.
Right.
Not a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah.
He did have.
I think the drafting. I think Spytech was like made up for years of bad drafts. Starting with Gruden, he could not draft worth a damn in the first round. It was always him in the first round. It was never our GM. He was in charge. Okay, Spytech, and I'm sorry, Coupon Tom did pretty good in the first 3 rounds last year, but Spytech, like, I'm looking at everybody he drafted, going, damn man, even the 7th rounder could make this team.
Yeah,
the
linebacker. Yeah, and actually, that linebacker. He actually, they talking about and say he's actually doing pretty well in OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually beating out the other Berg. What's the Eichenberg? So
right.
So we'll see. I mean, what comes up.
Yeah. Getting back to Megatron, Detroit God had a really good point here. He had good hands and was a great route runner. I'll add to that is body control. He had a way of controlling his body, even when he had a man pressed up against him, and use leverage in his height, not just upward height, but outward height. Extending out to make those plays around the defender. Megatron was amazing. That guy,
and he wasn't scrawny either. He had that bulk up enough to
he wasn't a small guy at all.
Come get some.
Getting off the bus, he thought he was a linebacker.
He had that come get some kind of build, like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. I was
like Bueno said, this is the first time in a long time we hired a respectable GM. Yeah, true. And this is his first year as a GM. He's been assistant GM, assistant scout. He's been through the ringer. It's not the first time he stepped into the office. He's been there. He saw how it works, so he knows what to do. Plus,
Reggie McKenzie wasn't bad. He just his assignment was to get us out of all them bad contracts.
Yeah, that was his thing. Plus, not only that, he's working with the offensive coordinator, Spytek is, the defensive coordinator, and the head coach. What do you guys need? Head coach might say, I think we need another big receiver, or whoever, sending big receiver. And what he does, go out and get him. Yeah. We need a running back. He can go out and get him. He signed their players. But I don't think last year Telesco and AP didn't work together.
Yeah. Now you're going to see more of Bech now that the pads come on, okay, and there's contact. And I'll tell you why. He's sure-handed. He's big body enough to make you he's hard to tackle.
He's a physical route runner too on the press coverage, even on the second and third dimension across the field. Where most of them are trying to knock him off his route. You're gonna have a hard time knocking him off his route.
Right, and it's so sure-handed.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he's got sure hands like Myers has sure hands.
His freshman year, he was the leading receiver on the LSU Tigers. Who was his teammates?
Yeah.
I don't watch college football. Who?
Well, you should. Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
So he was a better receiver than Justin Jefferson his freshman year at LSU.
Damn. This is going to be good, man. This is going to be good.
It's going to be great because, like I said, now they have options. They can, I'm going to say this every day. I'm going on live. I want a defensive coordinator in his booth with a big giant tub of tons from Costco's, man, just eating away with ulcers because he's going to have ulcers with his office is going to do to him.
Oh, yeah. I just would love to see that lineup. You said our best of our best, our fastest of our fastest, and watch the defensive coordinator on the other team sitting there going, breathing into a bag.
One of the differences that you'll see this year with Patrick Graham's defense versus the last couple of years is going to be the depth, and I'm not saying player for player depth. I'm saying the depth that they play each play. They're not going to be off the 6, 7, 8 yards. They're going to be a little bit close. They're going to be up a little. That box is going to be a little bit shrunk up, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. Okay. And because why? We have corners that can turn and run a 4.3 40, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
and remember, Pete Carroll's involved.
Yeah.
He's not. Pat Graham ain't going to be running the whole thing. Pete Carroll's going to have his input.
There's going to be some firm suggestions made. Some very firm suggestions made, or there'll be some changes. I think Pete Carroll does like Patrick Graham.
He brought him back.
He asked them to bring him back because he was interviewing with other teams. I believe it was the Giants he was interviewing for their defensive coordinator.
Yeah, because in the season before they hired Pete Carroll and everybody else, when they still had AP and Telesco there, they offered him an extension for his contract because this would have been his last year.
Mm-hmm.
Or he can walk out anytime he wants to, rather. But,
I don't think
he said, no, I'm not signing an extension. I don't want to be here now. Pete Carroll came in there and talked to him, and he signed an extension because they had the same philosophy on how to run a defense.
Mm-hmm. I think Patrick Graham, the reason why he didn't sign his extension last year is because he wasn't sure of what the regime was going to be like at the end of the year. He wasn't sure where he was going to be in the head coaching tree. how his interviews were going to go for head coaching positions, things like that. He hasn't, in all honesty, he hasn't really put a lot into his resume to say that a team is going to come and snatch him. You know what I mean? He doesn't have that top 5 defense year in, year out where he's gonna, the other NFL teams are gonna go, we're gonna go pluck him from the Raiders, and ain't nothing they can do about it because he's the best coach we could think of. He doesn't have that resume. But what he does have is he has consistency and continuity in our organization. This is gonna be his 5th year in our organization. So that paired up, I mean, and I understand with Max Crosby and the regime change, but there's one thing that Max can't tell us: you haven't changed defensive coordinators in 5 years, so pump the brakes on that for just a second.
But with the defensive coordinator consistency for 5 years, a few modifications from Pete Carroll, this defense is going to be a hell of a lot better than people expect.
Just tweaks. I mean, last year the injury bug hit that defense pretty hard. So we never could get it. I mean, we were playing guys that were sitting on the couch a week ago, and like that Harmon kid and Darnay Holmes, and we're bringing people in because we're out of Band-Aids. We ran out of Band-Aids to stop the bleeding, and so we had to bring those guys in.
And Max Crosby getting his knee drained after every game. It's like
that happened the second game of the season, and he tried to play play through it, and finally somebody had the common sense to go, hey, we're shutting you down, whether you like it or not, because that knee ain't going to get any better. It's only going to get worse if you keep playing on it.
And Pete Carroll's not going to allow that. If you see that one of his players out there is hurting and he's trying to play, he's going to yank you right off the field. They said, no, Matt, going this game, we got other games to play too, so no, you're not playing.
Yeah. Especially when they're 17. If we only had 14 or 16 games, and we had a 5-team division like we used to have, like 5 teams in the AFC West or whatever. Yeah. I can see, you got a broken foot, you want to play, go ahead. But at this point, the NFL's kind of taking a peek at what the NBA does, and they do that. What do you call it? Resting periods, with injury. And if you have an injury, it's like, we can sit you down this game. It's not a big deal. We'll play you next game. And so
right. But Max, the light bulb went off for Max this year because other players have said he realized, okay, I may need to rest a little bit in the games. I can't go 100%. What was it? What's his name from the Eagles? Their center who's got his own thing.
Jason Kelce.
Yeah. Him and Max talked, and he said Max realizes, like, yeah, I can't go. You go 100% like that all the time, you're not going to last long. And he realized it.
Yeah. At 23, 24, 25 years old, you can kind of do that. He's pushing, 27, 28 years old now?
Yep. When you're in the low 20s, you're 10 foot tall, made of iron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, if you're playing football for a living, you're going to realize in your late 20s that ain't the case. And then if you're not playing football and you're just a regular guy like me, you still don't get it until you're about 45. And then you go, oh, Jesus, I can't. Don't laugh. You two are in there too.
All right. So going over some more people have joined us since then. Captain Refugio. Sorry, if I hacked it up. Rafi. We'll just go Rafi. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nightbot is in the building. Welcome, Nightbot. And
that's not my Nightbot. I fired my Nightbot.
R&J, that's Jason, right?
Hey, Jason, what's up? The other Jason, yeah.
Jason with an I.
You want to come in, Jason? I'll send you a link. You can come in if you want.
Bueno. I ain't going to forget you, Bueno. I texted. Salute, brother. And I'll give my shout out to Detroit God. Cool Kev. Thanks for coming in, bro.
Cool Kev. Who's that?
Cool Kev 75. He's a regular.
He's always in here.
He's a regular.
I'm joking. Cool Kev's me and him been like talking trash at each other for years. I love the guy.
Okay.
I was just hoping to get a response.
I'm not much like unemployment, right?
Yeah.
He's not. He got fired after last week. They're no longer welcome, my thing.
But finish up with the injuries a little bit. Chris, we'll talk a little bit about the Christian Wilkins thing with the I know there's not a whole lot of information coming out. They're keeping this really, really hush-hush. I know
what they should do, because in the past, the Raiders always leaked out stuff. Always somebody inside saying something and gets out in public and all this. And now it's like the building is shut down tight. And nobody's saying anything, which I can appreciate.
Or you get a smoke screen.
There you go. You get that.
They've done that too.
Yeah, lies upon lies. But with the Christian Wilkins thing, putting him on the PUP list is the most intelligent thing to do. Obviously, I don't know. Rumor has it he's already had the surgery, and he's in the healing process from the second surgery. Fingers crossed. It's never a good thing when they have to go in a second time to fix a broken bone in your foot. Ever.
Yeah, but there's two PUP lists. You know that, right? There's
active
and inactive.
Yeah.
And he's on the active. So it's like,
he's on the
okay.
PUP. Yes.
Yep. Therefore, they can pull he can start pretty much any time they say so.
Right. Yeah. But we can't fill his roster spot. We can't bring another person in to fill his spot. He's still on.
He has to go on IR in order to do that. That's one way.
Or the inactive PUP or the non-football injury list. And I don't know. Would he qualify for the NFI? Because he was on IR last year for the injury. Now this injury that technically is a result of the procedure. You see what I'm saying? Because I've seen that happen before with players where they had an existing injury from the year before. They were put on IR. They ended the season. When they came back the next season, they were put on the non-football injury list. I've seen that.
I don't think he qualified because it was a football injury, so it didn't happen outside football.
But the reason why I say that is because it's not that supposedly the injury is fixed, but now they got to go back in and fix what they didn't fix or what screwed up again.
Or he's healing and going through therapy. What do they call that? Rehabilitation.
Yeah, or a re-injury, right? So it could be like a re. So he got injured, he got healed, and then he re-injured it. You see what I'm saying? So that's probably. I'm thinking outside the box, guys. Don't mind me. I'm not trying to bless anything out of this, but I'm just looking at it from a standpoint. But being on the active PUP list is probably the best thing because
and I mean, we still got Butler, right?
Got Butler. Yeah.
Okay. So we need another guy in there, a big body. Yeah. Who's that guy we picked up who's the rugby player? He doesn't have to be good, just getting away.
Well, they moved him over to offense.
They put him offensive line.
Oh, he's offensive line.
They moved him over to offensive line.
But they got that guy from Cardinals. I'm going to say his name wrong. Tofu.
Yeah, I know who you're saying. Tofu.
I was getting his name wrong.
But we had Jonah Lalu last year played for us, and he played really well last year. It was and it was impressive. Him and Adam Butler actually fed off of each other. Really, it was a good combination in the middle. That A and B gap was pretty. It got pretty dirty with him in there.
Yeah.
So Adam Butler was our last offensive lineman to score a touchdown. So, or defensive lineman.
No, that was Jenkins.
Both of them, same game.
Yeah, I think Adam Butler has more touchdowns than Zamir White. He's got more rushing yards.
Come on, man. That bar's kind of low.
Jenkins scored a touchdown, then Adam Butler scored a touchdown. How many did you get? Same amount, one.
Yeah. Well, I think Adam Butler's got 2 or 3, doesn't he? Since he's been with us, he had one in the Chargers game.
I know he had one in the Chiefs game.
He had one in the Chiefs game, and didn't he have one? He had one last year too.
Adam Butler get that game that touchdown in the Chargers. It was Jenkins.
Didn't he have one? Everybody in that game. I had a touchdown in that game.
I know, right? You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Everybody get a touchdown.
Shit. We don't need Oprah. We got us. Everybody gets a touchdown.
Hey, what's up, Shockey? Welcome to the show.
Maybe Piggies.
Big Geese. You got Hemingway. So they got it's as bad as they got hurt, but this actually gives the young cats an opportunity to get some playing time to get acclimated to get better. So
Right,
I'm
but
not saying they're
McGee's
going to
also
start.
can run the ball.
I'm not saying they're going to start, but I'm saying that they can go in there.
McGee's can also run the ball.
Yeah.
No, I'm not, well, you probably run. You
I
probably
don't,
run
I don't
better.
know. I don't know if they're really entertaining that right now with
No, I don't
McGee.
think they're going to do that.
I don't.
Hey,
But you
look,
never know
we
with
got-
Chip Kelly. You never
Hold
know.
on.
He might put him in the backfield as a blocking back and give him the ball.
We got 2 wide receivers who can throw touchdowns.
Yeah.
At this time. Think about that.
Yeah.
Mellott and Jacoby.
Mm-hmm.
Watt and Jacoby. Both
Well,
Jacoby's got the best passing record on this team in the last 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, they had the best percentage.
That game where he threw to Devontae Adams twice for touchdowns 2 years ago.
and the
Yeah.
pass through to Chandler Jones was beautiful.
Oh, was it the Patriots?
OG sitting there, he's stunned. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, the pick six.
No,
and
no,
then-
that game, OG.
Yeah, I
last
remember
game.
when he made that play, but isn't he shuffling around in paper slippers right now? No,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's wearing a nylon suit right now. I think. No, I don't think he is. I think but he won't come. He's not coming back to the NFL.
Yeah, they're gonna put him in the rubber room next to AB.
Yeah.
They won't let him in. AB's and probably go to jail. He got to go rubber room.
Eddie Rader, what's up,
Mm.
brother?
Hey, Nettie Ray, what's up?
Shot Key, welcome.
But I think it'll be okay on defense. I'm not. My saying is this: if he's hurt, if he can't heal properly, I'd say sit him out the rest of the year. There's them heal so next year he'll be healthy. Because no matter what you look at it, we gotta pay the man
And
then
renegotiate his contract if he's gonna be in next year.
as if you want to renegotiate it.
Right. Or just let him fall to the wayside, whatever. But that we paid him too much. We paid him too much. And we haven't got what do we got for it?
Well, when he was there, when he was in the games, he played well. So I don't see him because we used to get these guys big contracts and they didn't do crap for us.
Okay,
You know.
how many games was he in
5.
after we
And
paid him?
And
Like
with those 5 games, he did good. In those 5 games, he did well.
Right. 5 games he did well for how much?
Well, you know,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
$22 million a game. Think
Yeah.
about that. Okay. We need to get some kind of value out of this guy.
Yeah.
that's true. I agree with that. But no, and just the unpredictable. I mean, even though his teammate did it, but you can't predict the injury. You can go out there and do all you want, and then boom, something happens.
Well, we paid him more than Jamarcus Russell. How'd that work?
Well,
That
he
was a
didn't
bad
do,
idea.
Okay, but Demarcus Russell didn't even do anything good.
Well,
Like I said,
that's because Al
at least-
Davis was going senile at the time. Let's be
At-
real.
At least Christian Wilkins, when he was in there, he was doing good. It just he got hurt. So I'll give him that.
Yeah, but
but-
there's a thing called availability that he ain't meeting up to the standard.
Come on, don't be so hard on the guy.
If I got to look, I've had a company. If I had to pay you, you need to be at work.
Oh well, it wasn't his fault that his own teammate jumped on his back and broke his foot. They didn't see that coming. It wasn't a game. It wasn't like he was trying to tackle somebody and it happened. Somebody jumped on his back and broke his foot. So
Yeah.
so he didn't see that. Nobody saw that coming.
I didn't get. I don't have any knowledge of this, and let me tell you why. Okay, until the end of April this year, I had no eyesight. I lost my eyesight for 16 months. I missed half of last season and all of last season and half of the season before. I
Okay.
missed the drafts. I missed a lot of stuff. So I have been spending my time researching who do we pick up in the trades, who do we draft, all that stuff, because I got my eyesight back after it happened.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, look, that's man, I've been a Raiders fan for 51 years. And the only time I missed seasons was because of my eyesight last year and half of the year before, and while I was deployed overseas. back in the 80s. We didn't have, streaming anything. There was no internet. Hell. So you can't run a cable to a Navy vessel 1,000 miles out to sea. So it was, I otherwise the reason I chose my duty station.
Hey, Ray, what's up?
I graduated third in my class from my school. Therefore, I got third pick, except for the two guys who were above me already were strikers. Strikers means they already had their duty stations. So I got pick of all of them. I could have went to Hawaii. I could have went to Italy. And I went, how close is Long Beach to Los Angeles? And they said, it's part of Los Angeles. And I said, I'm going there. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I did, because I had 3 paychecks, I went to the Ticketmaster office on the base and got me Raiders season tickets. So I got to see my first Raiders game in 1985 in person.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good season, too.
Yeah, one bad. Matter of fact, Ensign McCallum, Napoleon McCallum, mm-hmm. who was stationed at Long Beach, I actually saw him on the way to the exchange and saluted him. I was like, great game yesterday, sir. And he like, oh yeah, because he was in the Navy and he was in the Navy while he was playing for the Raiders.
Yeah, wasn't there some kind of leave or something like that to play for the Raiders? I forgot they did.
They allowed him, yeah, and then his next commanding officer who hated the Raiders transferred him elsewhere. Yeah.
He lost a year after that.
Yeah, he lost a year, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, that was that. They should have court-martialed his superior officer. Anyway. No, man, it's damn, I've been doing this too long.
Great closing 85. Oh, yeah, well, 85 was a year.
Yeah, and 85 Clay clothing in 85. Don Johnson Blazers. Yeah, my clothing was a U.S. Navy uniform, and when I did go out in town, I wore jeans and a T-shirt, standard. That's the way I grew up.
But yeah, so defense side, I'm not worried about. I asked Jason Downs this question before we get on air. I said, "What guys are you looking to stand up? Name me one guy or two
rookie.
Who you actually actually want to see one stand
I think the question was which rookie you wanted to see stand out.
Rookie. Yeah, what's rookie? Yeah, right. Sorry.
Yeah. So we're going to eliminate the obvious OG, which is our 6th pick, Genty. Okay. Because you expect the number 6 pick to be a standout. So 2nd to 7th round.
I still want to see him in the preseason, see if how he translates. Although running backs translate easier than any other position to the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see what happens between Bech and Thornton. Because once they put the pads on, I mean, Thornton, yeah, he's all that and everything else, but how's it going to go with pads? And Bech, because Bech has the better hands. Like, I want to see that contest of those two rookies.
Okay. What was yours, Jason?
Mine was Porter, Darian Porter. Only because he's coming into the NFL with very limited experience. But if you go back to his tape last year, which is only his 2nd year at cornerback, you go back and look at it. The dude has got really great technique, phenomenal. 4.3 40, got speed, size, good head on his shoulder. Very disciplined in his concepts. Mm-hmm. I want to see it translate. I want to see when he lines up against McConkey or one of the guys from like Xavier Worthy, with Kansas City or any other NFL quality receiver. See how he lines up against him and how he is with his technique. I'm not worried about his speed. I'm not worried about his size. He's tall. He's got a good build, good frame. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
long
the
arm.
primary guy. He's the primary guy that I got my eyes on when we're going to training camp, especially the first 2 preseason games, because that'll really give us a taste of where he's at. And then my honorable mention is Deontay Thornton. I think I don't think Tennessee got out of him. The University of Tennessee got out of him what they should have got out of him. I think they thought he was a one. I don't think he's a one-trick pony, guys.
He's not.
Look at his Oregon film. He's not.
Yeah, Oregon. He had a rupture in Oregon.
He's running 5-yard cuts across the middle, getting behind the linebacker, catching the ball on the run, and splitting the safeties at full speed. I'm like, that's James Jett status right there, guys. And he's 6'5".
Yeah, he had a route tree at Oregon when he in Tennessee. They just cut his route down to 2. The go route and the skinny post. That's all he had. That's all he had him do.
Fun fact
Oregon,
about
he
your
ran
boy.
multiple routes.
Fun fact about your boy Porter. You ready?
Yeah.
Who's a kid from Colorado, coached by Deion Sanders, who plays both sides of the ball?
Oh, Travis Hunter?
Was he the number 1 or number 2 pick?
Number 2.
Number 2 pick by Jacksonville.
Okay. Let's talk about something. This is interesting. I think you'll find this fascinating. Travis Hunter had a QBR rating of 40 when they threw the ball against him. That's good, right?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Porter is 8.
Yeah.
8%.
8%. His book numbers are off the chart.
He is going to be. We got him in round what?
3, 4.
Third round.
Third round.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. Wait. Go back. You saying that what's his name? Travis Hunter had what now? What percentage you have?
QBR 40.
He had a 40 rating.
That's according to PFF.
On the defense side as a cornerback.
Right.
As a cornerback.
Okay. And Thornton and Porter had what again? 8%.
8. A QB. That is scary. That's a lockdown.
That means he only gave up 1 completion probably every 11 pass attempts in his direction.
That's a lockdown corner.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
So your boy Porter is like, I ain't worried about him. I know he's going to be good. That's why I didn't bring him up.
Well,
that's why he's playing first. That's why he's playing first team.
That's why I got my eyes on him. See,
well,
he's a third round pick.
Right.
Third round picks they become contributors, quote unquote, at the beginning of their career. That's usually what happens with the third round pick, right? They're usually
3rd and 4th and 5th.
They're contributors, right? How often are they superstars?
Max Crosby, 4th round pick.
Yeah, but Max
superstar.
Max got to superstardom his 2nd year. I'm talking about 1st year. I'm talking going in 3rd round pick. It happens, and it happens more than we think. But with him, especially with him having a limited amount of experience, because he went from the offensive side of the ball to the defensive side of the ball towards the end of his college career, to see him develop as he developed at Iowa State, and now to carry it over, and he's going right into the perfect place. And that's with Pete Carroll, who is a secondary wizard when it comes to coaching up the secondary.
The secondary whisperer. Okay.
And that's Pete Carroll said. He reminds him of the guy he had in Seattle. He was also a receiver converted to a cornerback, and look how his career turned out.
Right. And you know what? Realistically, okay, he had the Legion of Boom up in Seattle. Out here, he's going to have Desert Storm, I think would be a good name for this.
Yeah, defense. I like Desert Storm too.
For the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, some people use the name Allegiant Boom. Now, Allegiant is an airline. Boom means explosion. Those two don't go together.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go with that.
But you don't want to be on that flight.
The last thing I want to do is get on a flight to Vegas here in Stockton, get on a Allegiant flight to go to Las Vegas and have a T-shirt that says Allegiant Boom, and there's people on there that ain't going to the game going,
Uh-huh.
I'm not a terrorist. Trust me. It's just the nickname of our. Oh God!
Right. Well,
Sure, right out.
you know, what goes up must come down, sometimes on fire and much faster.
Yeah, but I don't want that to happen, boys.
I don't want to see that happen. So no,
No.
we're good with that. We'll leave that one out.
Yeah,
I like Desert Storm for
I like
the
Desert
defense.
Storm. Yeah, I like the Desert Storm. But you know what? I have nickname. I have a couple pocket nicknames that I like to throw out as we go along. But really, in all honesty, until September, October, you don't get a nickname.
Right.
Not yet.
Right now, you don't get a nickname. You
Nope.
bullshit. You're gonna go out and to have a group nickname like our Soul Patrol or No Passing Zone.
You got to earn that.
You
gotta
have
earn
to
that.
you have to
You gotta
earn
earn
it. You
that.
have to
That is
prove
earned.
yourself.
Yeah, it's earned over the whole season. But you know, if you go and ball out as an individual, you can earn a nickname. You know, Brock Bowers got Optimus Prime week 3, week 4. He was Optimus Prime. Right?
I earned. Hey, Max Crosby, the Condor,
The Condor.
Yeah, you have to earn that.
because of that
Yeah.
wingspan.
I wish some of the guys from the big league media department can hear this, and this is for my boy Jack Bech. I'd really like to see him become the Cajun Nightmare. Good old boy from Lafayette, Louisiana, just torching them second.
Or you got to earn that. That's not a bad name.
You gotta earn it. It's in my pocket. I'll throw it out there when he earns it.
Yeah, you got to earn all that. Nicknames
Or
are earned, not given.
swamp monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, Swamp Monster. Oh, they're all kind of names you can get the Raiders. But one name I want to give them is a winning team. That's the first name I want to give them.
That's it. Let's win. Let's
That's
win,
the
baby.
thing I want to give them. A playoff team, a winning team. That's the name I want to give them.
This year we're going to be competitive. Okay.
Yes.
You give SpyTech one more year of free agency and the draft. And in the 2027 draft, I want to hear the following words. With the 32nd pick, the Las Vegas Raiders select.
That right there. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to be in the top 10. I want to be in the bottom 10.
I want to be
Bottom 5.
32nd. I want to be number 32.
I want to be the bottom of the pick. I want to be nowhere near the top.
32.
Yeah. Andy Reid doesn't mind picking 31st and 32nd every year, does he?
No, he don't.
Players.
Although, don't he have a wide receiver that's going to jail?
Yeah, he's
What is with the Chiefs and that criminal element? You know?
Well, you know, Kansas City Chief they have their own parole officer on staff.
Probably do.
Yeah,
And they have a Shoney's built into Andy Reid's office.
yeah.
Oh,
I have a strong feeling. My prediction that their world's going to come crashing down this year. It's not gonna be-
they are going to. Too many teams played them too close last year. They're going to get freaking annihilated and
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's several blueprints. Even the Buffalo Bills game, the Buffalo Bills, you know, and the from the playoffs last year, the blueprint was there. It just let's just say they weren't given the proper spot on the quarterback sneak and run it. If you're running a quarterback sneak 6 or 7 times in one quarter, there's a problem. You gotta,
I think the blueprint was created by us, the Raiders. In that last game, we should have won. How we shut them down, and I think that's we kind of gave it by look. This is how you beat the Chiefs. We just don't have the offensive power to beat them. We can't score touchdowns.
The blueprint was created 2 years ago on Christmas, and that's exactly what the Eagles did to them.
right.
2
Yeah,
years ago on Christmas, we went in there. We didn't even get a freaking complete pass in the second half, but we still won.
But where Buffalo missed out is they quit running the ball.
Yep.
They quit giving it to Cook. And if Cook would have had 4 or 5 more carries in the second half, they would have won that game. They would have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To
But
lose a fifth time.
No, I don't think they all. I don't think the Chiefs are going to make the Super Bowl this year.
Hey,
I don't even think
they'll probably make the playoffs, but it's going to be a struggle. I don't think this year they're going to do like the last 3 years or last
If
year before last.
if the Chiefs make the playoffs this year, it's going to be as an what do they call it?
Wild card.
A what?
Wild card.
Wild card. If they make it, look, we ain't the only ones that improved. Okay, let's look at it. Denver's improved their defense to probably be one of the scariest in the NFL. Chargers have improved. Harbaugh and shit. What teams am I talking about? Chargers, Broncos. Oh, Sean Payton and Pete Carroll. Andy Reid may think he's infallible, but you got 3 other coaches that are your level that are going to come at you. These guys are going to be dethroned this year.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, the chefs, take their ketchup and mustard asses back to the freaking McDonald's. You ain't no, serious. That Ronald McDonald uniform you got, no, you're not gonna. No,
Yeah.
They're gonna be dethroned this year.
Yeah, Raider Pete had a good one. Detroit God, Raging Cajun. I like that. The Raging Cajun.
Bayou Butcher.
Yeah.
Swamp Monster.
Yeah.
I like Swamp Monster.
No, like I said, like like mentioned before, we got. I'm looking at. I'm just can't wait to see the offense and the options we have. We actually going to run the ball. Actually going to get the ball down the field. Actually, probably get more than a touchdown in the whole game, more than one.
Yeah.
Because there's no way possible we can lose games without scoring a touchdown. I mean, win games without getting a touchdown.
If Ashton Genty runs 70 yards per game, average, that's way over 1,300 yards. Okay. If he can do 80 yards a game, okay, that is going to put him at like over 1,400 yards. I can't wait for the preseason just to see Genty against pros. I really can't. That's what I'm like. I'm going to be. Screw the preseason. Normally, this year, nope. I'm watching every game, every play. I want to see what all these new toys can do, and look at them like, okay, some are going to have impacts this year. Some of them are going to polish up and have impacts next year. Okay. And for the long term, I think we're building something great here.
Well, I said this last night when I was talking to Jeff. I don't care if he gets 800 yards or he gets 2,000 yards. I want to see that last stat on the stat sheet, the touchdowns. I want to see more than just one damn touchdowns. Second stat, I want to see more than just 2.8 yards a carry. I want to see yards per carry. I want to see touchdowns. I mean, you can't win football games rushing for 2,000 yards and don't get no touchdown. You can rush 1,600 yards and the team still loses for the whole season. You know,
if he runs 107 yards per game, which that's a big high mark, but he'd break Eric Dickerson's record.
Mm-hmm. But I want to see him touchdowns. I want to see him get in a red zone, and he get the ball and he breaks it over for a 20-yard touchdown run. I want to see touchdowns.
Here's the thing,
because last time I checked, football is won by scoring points. That's usually touchdowns,
right?
Not kicking 4 field goals and hopefully the other team don't score. No, I want to see touchdowns because a lot of games last year we like 5 games last year with a touchdown or less.
Well, I want to see him win Rookie of the Year. And when we get in that red zone and you don't know what's coming at you, everybody's like, oh, yeah, Geno throws a lot of interceptions. Yeah, not under Pete Carroll. When he's under Pete Carroll, he didn't do that. Okay.
No, he had the 28th ranked offensive line last year. So,
right.
Offensive line was pretty bad, but wasn't that bad. He
had 15 interceptions last year, and most of those were
running for his life.
Yeah. And errant balls that were either tipped or dropped or whatever.
He couldn't set and get in motion because he's the accurate quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
As
But
far as the 20 yards or more, he is.
Yeah.
here's
Oh,
here's
does he
the
have people who can go that far and that fast? Yeah.
Yeah, we got him.
here's the difference in the quarterback that we have this year versus last year.
Oh, God.
Wait, we had a quarterback last year?
Did we?
Hold on.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
too far away from you to be giving you CPR right now, OG, but just hear me out. The difference from Geno Smith, if you go back and you look at Geno Smith's interceptions in the last 2-3 years, right? The one thing that he doesn't do is he doesn't go over to the sideline and sulk about it and then come out and go 3 of 15 for 21 yards for the rest of the game.
Mhm.
Right.
He puts that play away. He comes back out. He throws his team on his shoulders and says, "Hey, let's go down and get a touchdown. Go down and get a touchdown." It trumps the interception that you just gave up, you know. So it's how you overcome. It's not so much the interceptions in and of themselves; it's how you overcome them as a quarterback.
There was one game, wish I could find a clip for it, when it was like a second down. I forgot who they were playing in Seattle. Pete Carroll still head coach. And that second down play didn't work, and you could see Geno he was getting frustrated. Pete Carroll, the only he did, he pointed like, "Hey, you got it. You got it."
Yeah.
Then he got the first down, they bitch scored a touchdown. But Pete Carroll's going to motivate you. You might get frustrated, but he won't come soak. But he was like, hey, chill, relax. You got this. That's the head coach we need.
Yeah, and also if you're gonna do CPR, don't do mouth to mouth. Is if you're gonna.
Oh no, it's just chest compressions, man.
Just if you're gonna use tongue, that's kind of disrespectful. Just saying,
Oh, no.
especially if you ain't bought me no damn flowers, you know. Just saying.
Yeah, at least
Those lips have been around the world. I'm definitely doing chest compressions. I'm gonna be singing my song. I'm gonna be singing my song while I'm doing them. Start breathing, you stupid son of a bitch. Start breathing, you stupid son of a bitch. Start breathing, you.
Yeah, can I get
I
Goose
sing
say
'cause I love
pause? I agree,
Detroit
James, about your approach to the game. Nothing is going to be perfect. Not to mention that Geno is far more mobile as a quarterback than AOC. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go in there with
Great point, Detroit.
Exactly. The only part that you're missing in that is not just that he's mobile, but he's disciplined with his mobility.
Yeah.
There's a
He
big
don't
difference.
run into sacks like that guy last year. He actually ran into sacks like
And
that.
he's also the type of guy on a 5-step or 7-step, and he splits that pocket, parts that great C, instead of tucking that ball up underneath and running like some of these mobile quarterbacks do. He's got the grip. The grip is still on the laces, and his eyes are downfield before he hits that line. He ain't afraid to throw that ball 40, 50 yards over somebody's head as he goes towards the line of scrimmage. So,
And you'll have.
I'm just adding to Detroit. I think we're on the same page with that, my friend. It's yeah, he's got good pocket discipline. Believe it or not, pocket discipline. But it just sucks when you got a shitty pocket.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but see, Geno's not going to have to run around as much this year for sure.
Well, we'll see. Well, it depends on it. It depends on if Jeff lets Parham play or not. You know.
Well, for one thing, Geno Smith will have a running game. Okay, last year he didn't have a running game because the guy was hurt.
Right.
And last year we didn't have a running game, so that means that the defense got to stay honest. They can't just rush everybody, blitz everybody all the time. Because now you can just step back and give a draw play to Gentry or Mozart or who else in there, and they're going to break it. So they're going to be disciplined.
So what if let's talk about Mostert. How good is he?
He's only 2 years removed from leading the NFL in touchdowns.
Yeah,
Okay. So if Gentry don't work out his first season, we still got Mostert.
Mm-hmm.
And he can run.
Yep.
He's still fast as all get up.
It's not slow at all. And
Right.
he can make cuts.
Right. So we've got guys. And Gentry, if he has to follow behind Mostert, okay, give him some time to do that. I think his whole thing. I don't see Genty having to go behind Mostert. I really don't. But here's the thing: Genty and Mostert together, 1-2 punch. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to stop this run game, especially with the Chiefs' run defense. Their run defense sucks.
Well, we had.
Well, like Kukin, like you said, Mozart can it passed 8 games. He always hurt. That's because mine ran him to the ground. I think at the 20-yard touchdown the following year, they ran him to the ground. You gotta give your running backs time to rest and everything. They can't run 30 times a game.
No,
That's
you
why
got to mix them up.
I don't think Genty is going to get 30 attempts. You know, he probably get 15,
more than 4 or 5 carries in a row.
Yeah,
that's where the blows start to happen. Is
you gotta give him a break.
Right. Quarter.
Like I said, Mozart could be that third down back. Genty could be a third down back too. Don't get me wrong; he can catch the ball as well. But I don't think Pico is going to rotate him out in and out. Not like he run. But couple plays. If he's cooking, they can let him stay in there. But when he sees like, okay, take a break, kid, because he's only a kid,
right?
He's not used to playing 17 games in one season,
right? And then let the next guy, Mostert, have the next series, and you can do that.
Yeah, Cool Kev has a good take there too. The Miami had HN as well. HN really was their feature back,
right?
So
he had to be featured back because Mozart was hurt. Like I said, they ran him to the ground.
Yeah.
What's this? What's the ad right here?
Spam.
Somebody.
Oh, that's from Kick. That's from Kick. I'm broadcasting on Kick too. I forgot about that.
Oh,
so, bueno, I'm on Kick, man. If you want to go in there and check it out. Yeah, a lot of people got compared to McCaffrey. They McCaffrey 2.0. The kid didn't really get a chance. He fumbled, and they took him out, and his confidence was shot.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about running backs, receivers, and all the guys, they drop passes. They got, like you said earlier, Jason, they got to get over it.
Yep.
But the coach's responsibility is not to take them out because what happened, mistakes going to happen. You got to get him his confidence back up, and they did.
Right. A good coach is going to say, "Get your ass back in there, and you owe me."
Yeah. Right. But it just wasn't lobby. It wasn't just lobby last year either. There was quick triggers on several players on that roster.
Oh yeah.
If they made a mistake, they got yanked. But if somebody else made the same mistake, it's okay. You tap on the butt and make it happen because it happened with AOC.
Yeah, that ain't the way you do it. You get your ass back out there. You owe me one.
AOC
That's the way
Minnesota preseason game was playing really well. He threw a pick six, and they just yanked him out. And it was more or less, it wasn't they were trying to protect him, but it was almost like they were punishing him. That's a preseason game, okay? You know, that's what those mistakes are meant to be made in preseason. They look stupid on film. I get it, but that's where you want the mistakes, So,
see, I never coached football. I coached baseball, okay, and softball. Okay, I coached both of those, and I had a guy who was my left fielder, and it's just an example. He pop fouled, came back to the dugout, threw his bat, and just dropped his head. I was like, dude, what do you do? He was not a big guy either. He was small compared to my other players. So, dude, what are you doing? You're the toughest guy in this team. And he looked at me like I was nuts. See, yeah, we could all get together with our baseball bats and beat you, and we couldn't beat you as badly as you're beating yourself. Get your ass back out there and stop fucking around.
Yeah.
You're better than this. That's what a coach does. My brother coached football. He had 3 Pop Warner kids who ended up in the NFL. He was really good at coaching. You got to be able to get – you can't make bad decisions like benching a guy for one mistake. That is the dumbest coach in the world right there.
Especially in a practice game.
Because, you're a rookie coming to NFL from a small college, man. Your confidence is super high. You flying on a clock. I see some of his interviews. He was so happy. The whole town he came from was like celebrating. Getting his first NFL game, fumbled the ball. Okay, relax, kid. It's the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, hold the ball, and like you said, Jason, you owe me.
Right. You owe me one.
You owe me. You owe me. You owe me something. You owe me something for that mistake you made.
You know, if
And AP benched him.
if all NFL coaches coached to punish for mistakes, there would be nobody in the Hall of Fame.
No, absolutely right.
You know,
Absolutely right.
if you coach, if the way you coach is you set your lineup or your roster, or you make roster decisions or in-game substitutions based on punishment. Now, I can see punishment for lack of effort,
Yeah,
or disciplinary reasons. That's perfectly fine. But you know, somebody making an errant, putting the ball on the ground. Well, let's give T.J. Watt a little bit of credit. I was at that game, and T.J. Watt made that play. I think, to be quite honest with you, I think Derrick Henry's fumbling that ball too.
no, he hit it pretty good. I watched that game. He hit it right on the ball.
He had a cold strike from upper shoulder, straight punch right into the ball where the armpit is, and it's like, that week, no, he got pulled, he fumbled. You know what? To be quite honest with you, I think Derrick Henry fumbles that ball. Christian McCaffrey fumbles that ball.
No, because he hit him right. I thought he hit him right at the ball, where the ball meets
and it was a surprise from the side behind. Yeah. So
I mean, if you're talking about it that way, look, let's be real. I'm old. I remember watching Cliff Branch play. Cliff Branch, his first 2 years in the NFL, couldn't catch a damn cold. And then look what he became. Year 3, speed kills. He was the man, and coaches had to change, defensive coordinators had to change their game for him. That's why he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. But his first 2 years, there's a lot of guys like that. Look at our left tackle, Colton Miller.
He
got drafted. I was like, everybody wanted his head the first year.
Yep, I remember that. They said,
the second year, they're like, why do we have this mediocre motherfucker? And then the third year, why ain't he in the Pro Bowl? Dude, you wanted him killed 2 years ago.
Right.
And that's after he got with John Ritchie. John Ritchie was like telling him, that guy's smaller than you. Beat his ass. Punish him for even thinking of looking at you. He was, because he needed a psychopath to teach him how to play. And John Ritchie
I'm going to give you an example. Well, somebody said about the coaches worry about their own jobs. Who said, Detroit guy said that. I guess that was McDummy. This is the second go around as a head coach. He purposely put Aiden O'Connell in that game against the Chargers to prove his point and his ego. So some coaches don't see players as players. They see them as an extension of them. If they don't look good, I don't look good.
Yeah.
So that being said, you had an inexperienced coach didn't know what to do. He fumbled the ball. Yeah, we were driving. He fumbled the ball. It happens. Believe me. There's no team in the NFL that went through a season with no turnovers. Not one in history. This is going to happen.
Detroit? No, that's wrong. It wasn't Cliff Branch. That was Lester Hayes is why they banned Stick.
Yeah, Lester Hayes is the one that got it banned.
Yeah,
too much on.
He dipped both arms into a barrel of it during the Super Bowl and caught an interception on his shoulder. No, that was not Cliff Branch Stickum. That was.
I mean, they all used it.
Everybody used it,
but not as much as Hayes did.
Actually, Freddie B used it just as much.
Well, all of them used it.
All of them used it.
Bobby Chandler was big on Stickum. Bobby Chandler was
so blatant.
It was a while back. It was interview one of the referees. They said after 10, they didn't even want to touch the ball.
Right.
They didn't even want to touch it. Like,
right.
Yeah, and that was the biggest reason why they banned the Stickum was not so much that they gave them such an advantage. It was causing a mess. They were running out of footballs.
Yeah, the footballs get too sticky.
Right. And then quarterbacks couldn't throw the damn ball because it was stuck to their hands.
Yep. Exactly.
So, and then all over the uniforms, and that it was actually that wild card game against the Houston Oilers when the Houston Oilers were lining up for a field goal, and Lester Hayes went from the right side to the left side, crossed over where the ball was. The center was just coming up. The line was just coming up, and he reached down. He had a bunch of stick and reached down, and he went, blap, slapped it right on the football. And they had to stop the game to get him the ball.
Against Houston, I remember that shit.
I think it was that Mock guy that played center for Houston. He was flipping out, cussing the refs out, cussing out Lester Hayes. Just it was crazy.
How many rule changes have been made because of Raiders?
Oh, there's been a few.
Well, they changed they changed the tuck rule.
They also changed this thing called spearing. Quarterback's down, you don't run up and drive your helmet into his back. That's a Raiders thing. The Alzado rule. You're not allowed to pull a player's helmet off and throw it at him.
Yeah.
That's the Alzado rule. He did that against the Jets.
Yeah.
Like there are the forward fumble. We called it the Holy Roller.
The Holy Roller. Yep, the Holy Roller.
Another one.
So many rule changes because of the Raiders back then and the shit that we did.
Well, just like John Madden said, yeah, we played dirty, so what you going to do about it?
Right. Or
Fighter.
If you're not cheat if you can, and if you can't cheat anyways, or what was that thing?
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Cheating is encouraged. Rule 1, cheating is encouraged. Rule 2, see Rule 1.
Yeah.
It's only cheating if you get caught. If you don't get caught, it's not cheating. So there you go. It's not a crime until you get caught.
Right.
But anyways, what else were we going to talk about, Chris? We covered the second round pick and who our perspectives are with our rookie class. And I think it's apropos that we talk about our rookie class because right now is when they're in the building with their head down, getting seasoned up and ready for the training camp before the veterans get there.
Hey, Detroit God, it wasn't Jack Tatum that caused that rule. It was Dick Night Train Lane.
It was
the horse collar. Yeah, that was the horse collar. Yeah, the horse collar actually,
and the clothesline.
The clothesline, not the horse collar, came in after
Dick Night Train Lane.
The horse collar.
That was his tackle. That was his normal tackle.
The horse collar where you grab inside the nameplate on the back. Was within the last 10 years.
No, it was Dick Night Train Lane back in the.
Anybody want to bet?
No, I don't know. They put that rule in place about 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's real recent. It happened. I want to say it had to do with one of the Cowboys receivers. Could have been Terrell Owens when he played for the Cowboys.
Yeah,
because they pulled from behind, and there was a series of them where they were pulling people from behind, and guys were busting their ankles,
busting their legs. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when that rule came about. It's real recent. It's not. It's not when I was in high school, I graduated in 1990. I'm not as old as you, OG. But when I was in high school, we still grabbed people because I wore the shoe around my neck, the horseshoe.
Okay, you're right. It was banned in 2005, but Dick Night Train Lane, like everybody called him a dirty player for using it, and yeah. Jack Tatum did bite a man's finger off under the pile, but the guy stuck his fingers in his face mask. So he had it coming.
Here's the deal. Here's the thing. I'm big on the rules with the NFL. Okay. Here's where the rule gets misconstrued by the refs, and it pisses me off to no fucking end. Okay. The rule specifically states you cannot take the player to the ground by inserting your hand inside the nameplate and forcefully pulling them to the ground. Did you hear what I said? Forcefully pulling them to the ground. Now, if I reach into your nameplate, pull you back, and then let go, and then grab you and tackle you, there's no horse collar, but they still call it a horse collar because you stuck your hand in the nameplate.
Right. It was in 2005 when they outlawed that shit. In 2016, they expanded it.
Okay, so in where I'm at right now, is that what happened in 2016? Is it's not. It no longer means you have to take him to the ground. It just means you have to grab him because that might have changed. Detroit, help me out on that one, brother. Detroit.
Yeah.
Because I'm here lately. I've been seeing it called, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, but Dick,
you know what? I think some of these refs they got the general knowledge of the rule, but some of them seem like they add it or take away from it, make it up depending on the game goes. Because you look at some of these games, the same group of referees don't call the same game the other group of referees. They all call things differently.
well, the rules for referees are creative writing.
Yeah, you can see it.
Just make up whatever shit
Make
you
sure you got a pocket full of index card, 3x5 cards too.
Yeah,
right.
You put that between football and things. He was the first down. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? They make up stuff as they go along.
Yeah,
especially come to the Raiders. Especially come to the Raiders.
As a rules analyst on I think he's on Fox or CBS, one of the two. That he's a rules analyst. This is a guy that pulled out a damn and even when he used a 3x5 card, he didn't even do it right. Stupid.
Look, the referees. Let's just put it this way: they got their teams. It was the Patriots, then it became the Chiefs.
Thanks, Detroit God. That clears it up for me. So that's probably why recently I've been seeing that call made. I know when the original rule went into effect, but I didn't realize that they changed it to where you just have to grab the nameplate in and of itself to and pull back. You don't necessarily have to take them to the ground. So,
well, here's what I want. I want androids that are built like the human they're supposed to simulate. The human downloads all their information in football into the android's head, and then the android learns from there. And then the androids go out and play according to 1970s rules.
That might come to the Paso, OG.
There's no fair catch. Hit that bitch.
That would be cool to have an AI robotic game, and that you insert rules and even move the
high-low. That remember the high-low on quarterbacks? One guy hit him, one defensive end would hit him high, the other one would hit him low.
Can't do that now.
No.
I remember that.
Helmet.
You can't tackle the quarterback below the knees no more. They used to spirit on quarterbacks below the knees all the time, but no more.
Hey, I think we got us a good topic here. Detroit God, one of our great ones here, man. One of my buddies in the chat when we're hooking it up, chatting it up. I'm interested to know, Chris, JD, and OG, because me and my pops were talking about this last night. Who would you consider the greatest football, not just Raider, but who would you consider the greatest football player of all time? Now, OG remembers Newt Rockne, so we'll start with him.
I'm going to go before Newt Rockne. No, I'm just kidding. Jim Thorpe. And everybody's going, huh? Who? Huh?
There was.
Gold medal winner in the Olympics, baseball player, basketball player, football player. He was Bo before Bo. He was great at all of it. Native American, big son of a bitch, and you didn't mess with him. Jim Thorpe. And now y'all can look him up and see what he did and go, oh, shit. Yeah. And I'm sorry, man. I'm a Native American. I'm half. My grandfather was born on the reservation in Oklahoma. I am a Jim Thorpe fan. After that, Bo. And after that, Chuck Connors. And there was what? Wait, the actor? Who also played professional baseball and professional basketball.
Yeah, he played for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So, those are my greatest athletes of all time.
Okay. But I'm going to go back to his question because he's specific on it. Greatest football player of all time.
Jim Thorpe and Bo Jackson, because they could play multiple sports.
At
an all-star level.
Chris, what about you?
Too many to name. I pass on that because I have so many on my list. So I can't say the great football player. You can say anybody, but I gotta go by position.
Mm.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
that would be a good conversation.
Who's
Right
the
there.
greatest
Five
running back?
positions.
Who's the greatest running back? Who's the greatest defensive tackle? Who's the greatest center? Who's the greatest quarterback?
Yeah, who's the
So,
greatest defensive end?
yeah,
Best.
who's the greatest
Well, we
receiver? I
already
mean,
know who the
it's hard
best
to say.
linebacker was.
It's hard to say like who's the greatest football player of time because they all had different jobs.
Right. Go by position. That would be a show in itself. Now,
Yeah, that would be a 2-hour show.
We,
But
you know, a lot of people put those lists together, and one of the things what makes it the hardest, and OG can attest to this because he's been around a while.
Hey, Patrick B.
There's generational changes on who's going to be the greatest player because it's hard to say that the greatest player today what he has survived in the 60s or vice versa because
Exactly.
the speed of the game. We look at our offensive linemen today versus we had one of the baddest offensive lines in the 1970s. And none of them were over 300 pounds. If you're under 300 pounds now, you're not going to last long.
And who was the baddest motherfucker on that offensive line? Jim Otto.
Yeah, I would say as far as total. I would go with Jim Otto.
Jim Otto was a tough son of a bitch. Always with blood running down his face because it was a fist fight.
I put Gene Upshaw and Art Shell up right there, tickling them on the backside.
Sorry, you're right. What about Bob Boomer Brown, who taught Gene Upshaw how to wrap that thumb?
Yeah.
And this guy would knock over goalposts by driving his forearm into it, like Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said greatest football player of all time. Like I'm gonna go with what Jason said. Could somebody in the 60s play in the NFL these days? No. The offensive line back then wasn't 300 pounds. They were like 250, 230. They couldn't block anybody now because the linebackers are bigger now.
Yeah, but there's guys in this league who could not play back then because they would have died.
That too, because
they wouldn't play because it's too violent.
Yeah,
skill players today could not survive the 70s,
especially diva receivers. They could not play back then.
Offensive lines from the 70s wouldn't make it today.
No,
and neither would defensive line.
I think the one player overall, he's kind of lost his luster in the last 30 years, but I still put him up there as being. I'm going with Jim Brown, greatest of all time. Because he set the bar at that position, and even his running style back then today would equate.
Okay, there's a skill player from back in the day who could play today and could have played back in the 70s because he played before the rules came in. That was Deion Sanders.
Yeah. Oh, Deion Sanders with the no bump with the before the 5-yard contact rule.
The contact rule, yeah.
Would have been amazing because he could have just could hip block somebody in the first 5 yards. He can hip block people like nobody's business.
Right.
Allow him to go 20, 30 yards down the field. That's what Lester Hayes actually got away with more than what he got called.
Yeah, we know he did.
We sit here and
nobody ever talks about his sacks.
Nobody's pounding the table for that man, and time's running out, and he deserves it. And I don't give a shit about the Stickum because the Stickum didn't make his feet go faster. The Stickum didn't make him tackle better. Okay, he had 3 quarterback sacks and a touchdown reception for a touchdown, and he shut down. And then we go to the Super Bowl against the Redskins in 1983-84 Super Bowl when he played. He didn't have Stickum, but what did he do? He shut down Art Monk. He was like, he's the greatest receiver this year. And blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't even. He had 1 catch against him.
My favorite player is not my. If you said, okay, let's just talk about defensive ends who were the best, right? My favorite player don't make it. But my favorite player was Lyle Alzado. He was banned for doing what everybody else did also, steroids. and they didn't shut anybody else down over it because he was the only one that told the fucking truth.
Yeah, Dixon Cider nailed it right there. Steroids worse than stick. The thing was stickum was legal.
It was legal. Yeah, it was.
Legal.
Right, but here's the thing: you don't get it. Steroids worse than stickum, yes, but everybody was using it in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's just Lyle was the only one who told the fucking truth and ended up getting banned. And he was damn good at what he did, terrorizing people.
Yeah.
You don't think Jack Ham used them? You're nuts.
Crazy if he didn't. There's a lot of guys.
A lot of psychos.
I think Mark Gastineau finally confessed to using it.
Yeah, Garth Gastineau used them. You know he did.
Yeah.
I mean, when he came out of college, he was a lot smaller than he was. Then he got in the NFL. Also, like he all swole up. Like wow, change in like 1 year. Like no way possible. You can lift that much weight, do that much protein shakes to get that big.
Yeah.
What was it? Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire were using them because all of a sudden their forearms got this much bigger in 1 year.
And the veins pop out their head too. Yeah.
Everybody, and that big forehead starting to protrude. That's
and then Barry Bonds goes, if they're going to do it, I'm going to do it too.
He follows suit too because Barry Bonds was a little skinny boy from Pittsburgh. I remember seeing him play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, like he's bigger than Hulk.
And all of a sudden, he looks like Popeye, right? The big forearms,
like Hulk. Like, hey, somebody pissed you off, dude, because you're really big now.
Right? That wasn't spinach. Look, a lot of players did it. Most players did it back in the 70s. And they didn't.
Well, they didn't really have drug testing really back then. They didn't know what they were looking for.
I think it was still banned though, because it was
banned, but they didn't know.
But you know, I think you had to get caught with the needle in your arm in order to get.
Yeah, those days they were doing different kind of additives to make it like to hide it. You know, they tested like, well, we don't see anything, but they used it, but they don't see it because they don't know what style it is, what it is. Until modern medicine took over, like, hey, we got to figure this out. Then they start figuring it out, say, oh, now we can test for it.
Well,
they got a list of things that all NFL players, college, everybody get those lists of things you cannot take. You know, because I used to be a truck driver, and we had drug testing. And one of the things on the list, they told us, do not eat poppy seeds. I'm like, why not? Because if you did drug test, it tests as heroin.
Right. Yeah.
So
and you can't even eat certain foods, right?
Yeah.
There's one, let me tell you something. There's a middle linebacker. And I'm sorry, this is the greatest middle linebacker of all time. And I don't think he used steroids. His name was Ray Lewis. This fucker was probably one of the greatest athletes of all time in football. I mean, people say they got hit by him and had nightmares about it. Like, I honestly believe there are some athletes that are worth noting that were being tested, didn't use, like Ray Lewis. And he was a bad motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't on my team though. So, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also up to the team to do a drug testing, and some of the teams like they know this guy is using it, but hey. He's a very, very key part of our team. And we need him on okay, and guess who's here?
Oh, geez. All right, well.
Who's that?
What's
up, Jeff?
We're about to close the show anyway, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in to how you guys
have. Hey, Jeff, I got some good news for you. Thanks for letting Chris take the car out for a drive tonight, but we'll bring it back.
Problem.
Oh, what's it, Jeff?
He's a good driver.
Good. I just got home a few minutes ago, so
probably as a reminder, maybe in the future to let him run with it again.
I don't know. Hey,
question, Jeff. You're where are you at? You're in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Like, can you ship me some pocho?
Some what?
Portuguese sausage.
No.
Come on, man.
Damn, straight up, nope.
Nope, keeping that shit for myself.
Yeah, I was saying, Jeff, get a hold of it. He won't make it.
Selfish prick. Screw it. I'm going to come up there and get it.
How is everybody tonight?
We're good.
I'm good, man. I'm on here, and this is like therapy, man. It really is.
A lot of withdrawals the last few weeks, huh?
Kind of tough to tell. Can you see? I got some serious sun today, but I'm not burnt. It's the Portuguese in me. I'll just tan really good now. So I had a good day. Spent most of the day in the pool, so it was nice.
You meet a lot of people. You meet a lot of good people, good chapter guys.
Yeah, they did pretty awesome. I was able to actually I filled out the rest of the executive board for the chapter, so I picked my VP there today. I added the additional executive board member, so all the positions are filled. So we've got a president, me, vice president is this gentleman named Andrew. My wife is the secretary treasurer. My buddy Dave is the one of the executive board directors, and
Leo Bueno, man.
No. He only does that for his fans only page.
No, it wasn't a fucking Speedo. No, not that.
Jeff only wears those on his fans only page. Okay, so no.
You don't want to see this man in a Speedo.
I don't think that man wants to see that man in a Speedo.
No, I
don't. Anyways, to catch you up, Jeff.
So we filled all the positions now. So I've got 2 executive board members, a VP, secretary, treasurer, and myself. So we got 5 board members. So we're good to go. I brought that wooden plaque that my buddy made up there with me. Everybody loved it. So that's going to be raffled off at the pregame party. I just want to bring this up. I do have something here. That's the whole crew that was there today.
That's a Black Oak?
Yep. That's not everybody, but that's a good bunch of them. We actually picked up 4 new members in the last 24 hours. 2 of them bought their membership while they were there. They were actually 2 of the Booster Club members that have now become Black Hole members, and the other 2 put their membership in yesterday. So we picked up 4 brand new Black Hole members in the last 24 hours. So that was pretty cool too. So
cool.
Wait till you see this. I want to show you this picture.
What they call that when they leave? They jump ship. What do they call that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, jump ship.
Yeah, you guys will appreciate this. Let me see if I can do. Hang on. Nope, I can do one at a time. All right. So that. Where is it? Where are you? That is her shed. That's what we were standing in front of. That's painted on the side of their shed.
Nice.
I wish I did mine like that. They wouldn't let me.
It's so awesome looking. I wanted to do that, but just the Raider shield on my shed years ago, but I just never did it, and I wouldn't dare have that shed painted right now. The paint might actually make the shed fall down. It's so beat up now.
You know what? I'm in South Carolina in the woods, and I've got a shed. That's a good thought.
That's a good picture.
I'm going to do something a little different, a little more
and then
nefarious, but
the house we were at, she entered in a raffle a while ago, and she won a set of these. They're cornhole boards. Okay. And it's a Tim Brown commemorative cornhole board. All right. So check this one out. This is another one that she has. And that autograph that you're going to see on this next one, that's a complete legit his autograph on that board, but then it's just been shellacked and sealed in. That's his actual, he signed it himself. So it was raffled off as a set, this board and the Notre Dame board. So she had those set up there today. It was actually pretty freaking cool. I'm like, that's badass.
You better like Jack Kennedy see that. You probably fly out there and try to steal it.
Yeah, probably. He'll steal the Notre Dame one.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Dixon? What's everybody in the chat? How you doing tonight? So no, it was a good day today. It was fun. Like I said, I got to meet everybody. Everybody was received me very well. Everybody was happy that they've got somebody running the ship again for them. So I laid out my vision on what we want to do and everything, and everybody's on board 100%. So, man, I'll tell you what, if I was still a drinker, man, I would have fit in perfect with this group, man. They were pounding them today. Holy crap.
But you got to think about it. You went to the Booster Club, you did all the work, you did everything, and you had that Booster Club running. You did all the advertisement, everything. So they're going to appreciate you out there now. They're going to see what kind of work you do. Yeah.
Yeah, and right now, unfortunately, the Booster Club itself, the original one I was in, they haven't advertised for shit for the
because you're not there.
Party. Well, that's just it. All they did was make a Facebook event, and that's it. They haven't done anything. I don't know how they're expecting people to show up for it. You look anywhere on Instagram now, our pregame party is everywhere. It's being blasted in every possible corner of this country you could think of.
Well, the whole total Black Hole Club membership from East Coast to West Coast is just blowing up.
That's massive,
and it's really cool to see because it really wasn't. I mean, we had the Black Hole community. There were some memberships and things when they were in Oakland, but now that they've moved from Oakland, it's even more important now that we continue that tradition with these clubs.
Oh yeah,
because it'll at least keep that stigma alive. That our fans, I always say Raider fans are born; they're not adopted.
No,
and
yeah,
we come together.
We take all newcomers who see what we are and see how we do.
We'll adopt you, but you're going to have to play by the rules.
Yeah, they'll see how our fan base is. That we are a family more than anything else, and you're welcome to come in.
So the Black Hole is basically it's a machine, is what it is. Their presence is everywhere. It's insane. I didn't really realize the foothold this organization has in Raider Nation, but my God, it's way bigger than I even thought it was. Now that I know a little bit more about what's going on and the reach this organization has.
I didn't think about the Captain Jack kept saying it. Join the Black Hole. Join Black Hole.
I wish I would have done this years ago.
And I I had to look it up like Black Hole. And I look at the membership like, what the hell? And he says a one-time fee. Oh, I'm in. I just got mine in June. So I should, like you said, I should have did a long time ago.
Yeah.
See, I live in South Carolina. I'm alone here. There's very, very few Raiders fans here. Okay. They are into their college football more than anything around here.
I get that.
And
a lot of the southern states, yeah, they're big into the college.
Not a lot of
no, because there's places all over this country. Look, I ain't just lived here. When I lived in upstate New York, in Syracuse, New York, there was a bar that had rooms for each team. Every team had chairs and tables except for the Raiders. We didn't sit. We stood and watched the games. And they were the biggest room in the fucking place. I've lived in California. Obviously, there were Raiders fans. I've lived in Louisiana. There was a place that was Raiders. I'm in South Carolina now, and it's like, what the hell, man? Ain't no Raiders fans around here. It sucks. The only way I can reach out to Raiders fans and talk to them is online. When I was in North Carolina, there was a bar I went to that there were Raiders fans. I'm in South Carolina now. I'm out in the middle of the country, though. I'm in the woods. And there ain't no Raiders fans around here but me. They don't give a damn. They're more about Clemson. It's like, okay.
Ghost Man, I actually when I go to parties or even like if I go to the bar, I just drink ginger ale and cranberry. That's my drink. Yeah. Looks like I'm drinking a mixed drink. People leave me alone. They don't ask me. Like if I'm sitting there drinking a water, they'll be like, "How come you're not drinking? How come you don't have a drink?" And I gotta sit there and tell them, I don't do that. I don't even have to explain anything. Somebody sees me with that, they leave me the fuck alone. So,
when I was in Hawaii, there was a place that had their own. They brewed their own beer in this place in Hawaii, and I was there, and they had a root beer, and it wasn't alcoholic, but I said, "Let me get one of those." And I'm sitting there, and these girls sit down next to me, and like,
yes, I do, boy.
"Oh, you're drinking the hard stuff." I'm like, "Oh yeah," and they didn't say shit. They were drinking beers, light beers. I'm drinking a fucking root beer, and they thought I was drinking some kind of stout. And it was a damn good root beer. That was the best thing they served. I tried their samplers. Everything was shit except for their root beer.
The only thing I've not had my full effect of today. Yes, I had one on the way up there.
I thought you were starting to look a little crummy there, not having your Dunkin'.
Yeah. Dude, on the way home, right? I said, we got to stop at a Dunkin' on the way home so I can have a coffee for the, almost a 2-hour ride home from the place we were at. I'm like, I want to get a nice coffee. We passed the first one. We were in the wrong lane. And then the next one coming up, we thought we could get to it, but we had to take a turn way before it to even get to it. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm not getting a coffee before we go home. So I drove all the way home with no coffee. I was like, oh. But then you guys started up, so I occupied my time listening to you guys at the start. So I heard what you guys were talking about.
What did that guy say?
That dude is saying he got no
radio Monday through Friday
to interact with. Tune in Monday through Friday. Rare Nation Radio link on the Raiders app all day. Well, yeah, I'm sure you can listen to and watch the stuff. He was saying that nobody around him, like me. I live in this city where there's nothing people. There's not any Raider fans out here that I've met. So I see what OG is talking about.
Yeah, but I don't want to listen to radio. I want to talk to Raiders fans. This is why I'm doing this.
No.
Anyway, gentlemen, it is almost 11 o'clock at night where I live.
Yeah.
I am going to carry my old ass to bed, and I got to get this damn shirt off because it's hot. I'm in South Carolina, and I'm not doing that on camera unless I'm on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, please don't.
So,
hey Jeff, how come the guys at the bottom have OnlyFans, man? What's going on with that? Both OG and JD.
Anyway, guys,
I've already had my shirt off for most of the day today in front of everybody.
Stop right there.
JD's visual, man. Don't do that to the man.
Someone took a picture. I'll send it to you, Jason. Just to you.
I'm sure you will too.
Hey, Surfer Bob. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Because I'm not in a chapter right now, and I'm waiting for this other guy to reach out to me, but he hasn't yet. So I might start my own chapter of one. Just part by myself. Watch all the home games at home. Party of one.
You guys
host a party for one in your
JD and OG should collab on what? OF.
What?
What's OF?
OnlyFans.
It's a running joke. Bueno.
Okay, I gotta go.
Good night. Good night, OG.
All right, OG. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Later, OG.
All right, so basically, Jeff, kind of catch you up to speed, whether you like it or not. I'm going to tell you.
Go for it.
We kind of rolled through expectations with our rookies and things like that. Detroit God gave us some good dialogue points to speak off of.
Good question. Yeah.
Good questions. He'll be the chat of the day if we can get that to pop up. Chat of the day.
That's a possibility. We can do that one day.
And he didn't ever change his profile pic.
Yeah, like some people do.
Yeah, I don't know. Original Surfer Bob, Raider Nation Radio. I listened to that. I have the MyTuner app on my phone because it if I play it off the Raiders.com app on my phone, it just cuts in and out. So I downloaded it's called MyTuner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the Google Play Store because I have Android. And I downloaded that, and the morning tailgate usually comes on at 7 o'clock in the morning my time, so it'd be 10 o'clock your time on the East Coast. Really good insight, especially when the season starts to kick off, because those are the guys Monday morning that are usually pushing out a lot of good content on the radio. And then JT the Brick at noon on my side, 3 o'clock your side. He pushes out some really good content. JT's taking his show to YouTube. He just started on YouTube.
I've been watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching him too.
Yeah, there's been a particular person in his chat that's just fucking super annoying because he doesn't shut up. But
would that be the guy that we dealt with?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, the one that walks backwards looks like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, I noticed, you know how some channels have that ranking first, second, and third?
Yeah.
You may have a different name on the chat. Like his might be that whatever long ass name is.
Mm-hmm.
But if you say he's got a crown, it doesn't matter if he's got a crown because he still accumulate points. If you click on the standings, it shows his real name. It'll say Piano Man, and then you definitely know it's him in the chat with you.
Well, I just look at
him under a different name, trying to be funny and not be caught. He does that too. It shows up as his original account name, whether you change it or not.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I guess after I pulled my stunt, you had to go back and do some research, huh? I had you hooked, line, and sinker.
Oh boy, no Piano Man.
But I got really good news though. My profile pic now will stay Raiders theme because you know what, it's time to get serious, and this is we got to carry our Raider fandom, push it to the limit.
That's it, man. Game on, baby.
Game on. Looking forward to AR and his takes and Gravy and all the guys that we follow, and now the passion really starts to come out. It's hard to be. I mean, I could do it 24/7. Don't get me wrong, but there's always other things in life that we got to deal with. But when football season comes on, that on those Sundays and those Mondays and those Thursdays, it's like I don't. This is my time.
I years ago when we first had kids, I told the wife back then. I said, "Come Sundays," I said, "I don't exist on Sundays." I said, "All I'm doing is I'm watching football. I don't plan no family events on Sundays. Don't include me on anything that you want to do on Sundays because I'm out." Of course, when my daughter used to do dance, the recitals were always in October on a Sunday.
Yeah.
That I had to go to. That was the only time. But the funny thing is that intermission, you knew where to go. You just walked out the door and you saw all a group of fathers in different spots all huddled together because one's got a radio and he's got the earpiece in and he's listening to the radio and people are trying to get the score from the game.
Yeah.
You know, that was the best. You know, now if I went, I'd have an earbud in listening to the game while I'm watching the recital. So
you remember TVs that back in the day, the watch TVs like the Sony Watchman?
What's up, AR?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember those? Yeah, I just had one of those. I think that thing, if I had to go somewhere Sunday or Monday night, like, yeah, I had to work Monday nights. And I took that with me everywhere I went. Like, the session was lousy, but I could see most of it. They are.
Everybody in my family, my mother knew that don't include me on shit on Sundays. If you're planning a birthday party or whatever, I won't be there. No.
Look at me. My second wife is a football person. My first one was not hated football. You know, she'll come in there purposely stand in front of the TV or this and that and then talk and like, got to watch the game. You always watching the game. Yes, I'm a football person.
Yeah.
But my second wife, she loves football. She liked the 49ers. You know, actually.
AR, I just got here like 10 minutes ago.
But this is going to wrap because Jason got something to do at 8 o'clock. I think it's going to come on, so we probably wrap it up in 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah. I just popped in. I told Chris I may come in at the end based on what time I get home.
I think the blessing of all this, at least tonight, is starting going forward. Our content is going to be greater and greater and greater.
Well,
and now it's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I didn't have fun in the past. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the past few months have been great, but now it's going to be, the best of the best for us. I'm looking forward to it, especially hanging out with you guys for the first time.
Well, and that's just it too. That's why I'm super excited for this start of this portion of the off season now. Getting into the training camp, and I'm able to have the shows that I'm on, especially the ones I do with Chris, because I have a good time with Chris when we're on together. And now we get you involved like we did here too. That's even going to be better going forward, because once all the news starts coming out, we've got shit to talk about. I wasn't able to do that last year. I didn't go live until a few weeks into the season, to give my takes on stuff. I just did all pre-recorded stuff with, the game watch parties at the club. This is the first chance of me being here right from the start of the season now, to really be involved. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I look forward to doing it with Chris. I'm really looking forward to what we're going to do during the season. I'm psyched,
And I got a couple of my Raider
buddies. Plus, it's going to be an exciting and new season. We're going to see different things than we saw in the last 3 years. I'm looking forward to seeing a real team be placed out the field. I was looking forward to seeing that. It might be a hit and miss. It might be some games might not be good. Some games will be outstanding. But I can't wait to see something different. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of getting our butts kicked. I don't think we're gonna do this shit. That's what I'm waiting on.
I agree with you, and I think we do have something. This really does feel a lot like 1999. It really does. And 1999 was that year that, we were 8-8. I get it, but there was we played a lot of really good football. We played some bad football. That's why we were 8-8. But some of those 8-8 games, I mean, we could have. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that year we were only less than points away from being 12-4.
Yeah. Well, it was the start of the good years.
It was
the last long-term good years that we had. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm hoping we start with this season going forward. That with at the starting end of what's going to be a series of good years or good seasons coming up.
Detroit guy has won the chat tonight. Right there, what he said. I'm tired of people laughing at the franchise that has been rooted for 42 years. It's time to stop the BS and stop. And this year, I can't read. Glasses are fogged up. It's time to stop the bull crap.
Glasses are fogged up. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Well, my glasses are bifocal. I'm trying to look down, and look up at the same time. So you trying to look up, look down, it's blurry, and I look up, it's fine.
It says, I'm tired of laughing. I'm tired of people laughing at the franchise that I've been rooting for the last 42 years. It's time for the bullshit to stop, and this is the year that it's going to stop.
Yeah, I agree. That's the chat of the day.
Yep.
Okay, bueno. Yeah.
Actually, Ghost Man, I'm gonna trump you on that. The 72 to 83. This new program. I really truly think this is going to be more along the lines of what Gruden had in place, the Gruden 1.0 with Bruce Allen. Okay. But instead of leaning on the free agency market to build a roster, we're going to build a roster through the draft. And it's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be more modern how we do it. It's going to be more of what successful teams do today, because there's no excuse now. It used to be, well, the Raiders don't have no money.
Yeah.
The Raiders don't have no, and we didn't. When we were in Oakland,
we had no money.
Broke, I mean, but now, I mean, we're top 10 monetary franchises, top 10. So that money shit is no excuse anymore. Now, but let's be wise with our money. Let's be wise with our money and do things the right way. And I really, with Spytech Carroll, and I think the other two on this panel can agree with me, and everybody else in the chat, that Ghostman says it right there. Pete's philosophy, his philosophy, and it's build it through the draft and develop your players, and do it the right way.
Well, if Pete Carroll can turn a struggling college team around and win a national championship within 2-3 years, and he can turn a pro team that was mediocre at best and take them to the Super Bowl within a couple of years, I want to see the same success here. I think he can do it because he's a smart man. He knows what players he need, what style of players he need. He don't need a Gruden grinder. Still know that it's his day. He need players that can play a position to their best abilities. And if they can't, he will teach them. If they can't learn, he will cut them. Point blank.
I'm disagreeing with Jason, so only because he said we all had to agree with him. So I'm disagreeing.
No, I didn't say you had to. I said I think you will.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Okay,
so
well,
don't think for me. I can.
Ghostman, how's the apples and oranges?
Plus, I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah, me too. How's the apples and oranges? Explain yourself, Ghostman. I've been saying it.
I think it's a little bit different.
You turned two teams around. I'm just saying, though. You turned Seattle around, which is best like a mediocre team. They had good teams, but after a while, they didn't. He turned them around, took them to Super Bowls, 2 back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yeah. Should have won the second one.
Oh, yeah. I get you. You had full control of USC. Well, that's college.
You won't. The second one, what? Super Bowl?
Yeah, second Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't see him make that same mistake again if he's going to run like
honestly, I
understand
understand
turns into be what Marshawn was as far as that bona fide, give him the ball, he's going to get the movement for you.
Yeah,
he ain't going to make that mistake again.
You don't think Pete Carroll has full control of the Raiders? He doesn't have full control like Gruden has, but dude has a lot to say in it. Because Spytek is listening to what Pete Carroll wants, not the other way around, which let's go make all decisions and the AP can say anything. Pete Carroll told Spytek this is what we need, so he went and got what he needed. You don't have full control to have control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not comparing college to pros at one stretch it out. So one thing or the other. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying what he did to programs. Is a program he changed around. The attitude.
So it's more along the lines of about his how he organizes himself. Mm-hmm. And how he manages his day-to-day operations. Yeah, is college different than the pros? Yeah, but you also got to remember in college back then, those coaches had a huge circle around them as to how they recruited. So they had to put a lot of, even during the midweek of a regular season, they were doing recruiting. Or going through profile reports of potential 3, 4, 5-star players in the high school level that they need to get out and recruit. So it's college football is it's a little bit more work than the NFL side as far as when the season starts and up to the recruiting process. But now with the NIL, it's college is going to be like professional football. But to Pete Carroll's, getting back to Pete Carroll and his style and his.
Hold on, someone say so. The attitude and culture you can change. That's the whole idea. You have to change the attitude and culture. These 4 players going there with attitude or diva mentality and the culture, like the non-winning culture, that needs to be changed. And we didn't have that culture, a winning culture attitude. We had, guys just want to play for themselves, want to play for a paycheck. I don't know. Not saying all the guys on the Raiders team were like that, but I've been saying though, Pete Carroll's going to weed that out. Like, no, that's not all about this. It's about playing football. He can change all that.
Are you competing? Are you making yourself better? Are you making your fellow teammates better? That's what he's looking for. And I saw an interview today, or a partial interview today, on the internet. And this is one of our new owners who was talking about when he was with that team up there by you, Jeff, that what do they call them? But anyways, he
the Pathetics, the New England Pathetics,
the Patsies, the Patsies. We'll call them the Patsies.
The funny thing is, I said that in one of the posts in the Black Hole chapter page for New England, and the former president goes, "It's you spelled Patriots wrong." I said, "No." I said, "That's what we call them around here. We call them the pathetics." He goes, "Oh, I thought you just had a spelling error." No, that was purposely spelled pathetics, not Patriots. The New England pathetics. So,
but he had in his interview that he was had, and I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, where he talked about the Patriot way specifically. I'm gonna say I'm probably pissing people off just saying that. But what they focused on mostly was people that competed. You can get this guy that can run a 4.2 40 that was built like Zeus coming into the building, but if he just lollygagged around in practice, he wasn't going to stick around. They were getting rid of him. They were going to keep the guy that ran the 4.5 40, but was busting his ass every play, getting back into the huddle, making corrections, staying in the book, watching his film, getting his exercise in, staying on top of his, his nutrition, all that stuff. So,
well, that was Belichick. Belichick was big on drafting players that were intelligent players.
Right.
He took a lot of stock in that Wonderlic test.
Yeah.
He put his time and effort into not just necessarily, like you just said, how fast this guy runs. He looks at the pure talent of the player and how his football smarts are, his overall IQ. He would pick a smart player over, a player that was slated to go higher than what than the player they're looking to take, because that guy's IQ was so much better and he had better football awareness and smarts. That's how he built some of his teams. I will say this. He had some of the smartest players I've seen play this game through the years of him being in New England. And it pains me to say that, trust me.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Mike Vrabel. He's probably one of the smartest linebackers I've seen play for New England, and I don't know how long. Tom Brady was no dumbass. Gronk, yeah, he's a big dumb animal, no two ways about it. He's
actually a smart dude, though. he might play big dummy, but he's actually a pretty smart guy.
I always call him big dumb animal. So yeah. I've met him personally, and he talks just like you think he does in person.
He's a goofball.
He is a big dumb animal, plain and simple.
Yeah.
He's a frat guy. That's what he's like. He's like that idiotic frat dude in your frat that you're like, oh. He's like Ogre, basically, from Revenge of the Nerds. That's him. Just plays tight end, not defensive tackle.
Gronk catch football. Gronk
not eat football, not taste good.
Yeah. Gronk throw a Super Bowl trophy off a boat.
Yeah. Could you imagine that? Oh, goddamn. I'm jealous, Ben.
3 pounds of stuff for $33.
Where you get that from?
The fish market.
Yeah.
Not where I'm at. Good luck. Nothing like that.
You live in the fucking desert. You're going to get scorpions and sand.
That's what I said. Not where I'm at. I get scorpions, snakes, and tarantulas. That's what I get.
Yeah, there you go. Tarantulas.
I have to travel miles to get that.
Go grill up some cacti.
Yeah.
That's all right, Chris. At least nobody hears you scream.
What?
Nobody will hear you scream and yell either. Out in the desert.
No. Yeah, they will. Because I'll scream real loud. I'll make sure somebody hear me. It said check your local Safeway. Oh, yeah.
Safeway's usually got really good seafood, too. When I do my seafood boils and stuff, my crab boils, I usually go to Safeway.
You try Cali booty, man? She snaps you just right, man. Throw on the grill, put some pepper on it. Man, it's good.
What's that?
The coyote booty. It comes with a Acme rocket, too.
Yeah, they coyotes out here like a motherfucker, too, boy. Like, woof.
Yeah, Ben, I go to the one in Turlock. I go to the Safeway in Turlock. We don't have one here. Got to Save Mart.
I got one of those too.
But yeah, Safeway's usually got good seafood. No. But other than that, I usually don't start racking up the seafood till November, December when So I like to do it. This time of year, I still like to do a lot of beef, tri-tip, just do some pork ribs or.
Yeah, on the East Coast, the seafood's good all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. You just 75 miles up the road to Monterey Bay. There's some seafood joints in Monterey Bay that I would put up against the seafood in Rhode Island. And I say that because of Bobby Flay. Even he said that.
Bobby Flay don't know jack shit.
Well, he don't know you either, but he's still going to win the argument.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he would.
Mm-mm.
So if you want, you can go online, and it's called Phil's Fish Market in Moss Landing, and you can order their cioppino and have it sent to your house. And it's award-winning cioppino. I mean, people come from hundreds and hundreds of miles away to eat the cioppino at this place.
Ooh, that's a good question from Ghost, man. In their prime in NFL as a Raider, who you got for speed? Cliff, Hall of Famer Branch, or Ishmael, the Rocket? Ooh.
Out of those two,
Speed, I gotta go with Rocket. I think he was definitely
faster. Yeah, overall speed, Rocket was probably faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great hands, but he was faster.
Yeah. Cliff made plays though. Cliff made a lot of plays. He made a lot of plays, and and even Ben saying it, Cliff, it ain't even close. Kind of in a roundabout way, yeah. I mean,
Cliff he had better hands. He had way better hands than Ishmael did, so he can catch the ball on the fly.
Cliff made plays.
I mean, if we're talking level of player, then Cliff Branch all day long. If we're talking just pure speed.
James Jett.
I'm gonna go with the Rocket, man. He was just he couldn't catch for shit, but man, he was fucking fast.
He was super fast.
Ben, I don't know who Ishmael is. Yeah, that was before your time.
Another guy that was super fast. Another guy that was super fast too, and you talk about some stone hands, was Dokie Williams. He was super fast, but man, I've never seen a guy drop one pass 4 times on the same play. He did. It's like, how did you do that? It's like you dropped it, hit the ground, dropped it again. It's like the referee had to go, son, go sit on the bench. I'll get the ball. He was horrible, but man, he could fly like no tomorrow.
Oh, why did Marcus wear 32? O.J. Simpson, wasn't it?
No, because Kenny King had 33.
Yeah, because Marcus 33 at USC.
But wasn't that OJ's number though?
Yeah.
Pros, yeah.
Technically, it was CA819206.
Okay.
Hey, but the gloves didn't fit, so they had to acquit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that play. Raider Ben James Jones fumbled twice on the same play. It's like, give it up, man. Ricky Dudley was another one. Ricky Dudley wide open in the end zone. Nice lob pass. All you have to do is catch it. And he was like that. He was like that kid in T-ball in the outfield with his glove up in the air. And all it did was hit his hands, bounce up, bounce down, hit his hands again, bounce up, hit his chest, bounce up. And it's like, oh my God. It was like we went from cheering because he's wide open, right? To he dropped it. To, he's gonna catch it. No, he dropped it again. And you can literally hear it in the stadium. The volume go up, down, on the same freaking pass, man. It was crazy. It's like, go sit on the sideline. Get out of here.
Yeah, remind me of James Jett. He would outrun the defense about 20 yards and drop the ball. Yeah. There are a lot of those.
Credit to James Jett, though, as his career progressed, he got better at catching the ball.
Yeah, he did.
He did get better at catching the ball. the Monday night. There was a Monday night game against the Broncos when he caught a 10-yard in route on the run over the top of the linebackers and hit him. And he was standing in the. I kid you not. He was in the end zone celebrating a touchdown, and the Broncos players were still going, where did he go? They didn't even see him. He went by himself ass.
Chris, you want to answer? You might know this. I don't know off the top of my head. Ghostman's question, he wanted to know what college
Kenny King?
Kenny King.
I don't know offhand.
The college
Kenny King from where? I don't know where Kenny King went.
He was at Oklahoma. Got drafted by the Houston Oilers, and then we traded for him from the Houston Oilers.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
He was from the University.
I saw that live. That
Mr. Encyclopedia.
What's that?
He goes, I'll leave you with this one. Who remembers the saddest Monday night football game when Napoleon McCollum broke his leg? I saw that.
I still get that picture in my head, man. I still got that picture in my head.
And then they had to show the replay 2 more times.
Yeah, they did. They had to re-show it.
I'll tell you right now, nowadays, if it was shown live, they wouldn't have showed that now again because it was that gruesome. Yeah. The Theismann one was the most played or replayed
that goes well.
Incident or football play ever at the time. But now you wouldn't see these plays over and over again if they're that bad because it's a violence thing that, because there's kids watching, they can't be doing that shit anymore. But McCollum's knee bends this way. When he got hit, his knee bent that way. Yeah. I mean, it's just like when you rip a pot of chicken bone, when you're ripping a pot of chicken wing.
Yeah, I saw it live, man. It's like, what the hell happened? Because Ken Norman Jr. was out there just laying on top of him, just like, no, somebody come here. It's the same thing with that Joe Theismann hit by Lawrence Taylor. They show it all the time, but now they stopped showing
Norton Jr. was Ben. Look it up on YouTube. You'll find it. It's out there. Basically, he was running. He got stopped, but the pile was all around his legs, and then someone kind of took him down from the upper part of his body, and as he went down, his legs stayed planted, and his knee just bent sideways, and it was almost like you could see the knee just tear into pieces as he was going over. It was brutal.
And they kept showing it. And they kept showing it.
That was by far, I think, the worst injury I think I've ever seen. That Derek Carr breaking his leg, that's not as bad as this. This is by far the worst.
Yeah, that was horrible.
When it happened live, I remember sitting there watching this going, oh, God damn. But now if I watch, I still cringe.
Ben's point, though, I think, is it knocked the cars off the train tracks for us because that train was rolling.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, that they show that Lawrence Taylor and Joe Theismann thing over and over again, but you don't see as much as you used to when he broke his leg.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, they still show that one. Obviously, they show quite a bit because it's not as gruesome. It's still nasty, but it's not as gruesome as the McCollum one. And that was bad.
That was horrible.
And I think most of the time they were with Napoleon McCollum was that Al Michaels wanted to see it over and over again. Like it's like, dude, that was bad. That was a bad one.
Yep.
All right, gruesome injuries. There's been a few.
There's been a lot.
That Bird guy that played for the New York Jets when he broke his neck.
Oh, Dennis Bird.
Yeah, Dennis Bird. You couldn't see the you obviously you can't see the injury because it's covered by a helmet and shoulder pads. But when they played the sound field version of it and you hear it, oh my God, it sounds like a 2x4 snapping.
I just put the link in the chat. That's the YouTube for McCollum. If that doesn't work, Ben, I sent it to you on Instagram, just in case you can't click on the link in here.
Oh, you found it?
Go watch that. That's the Napoleon McCollum's video.
Yeah, man.
Other than that,
Badass. So I just got a text. I just got a text from Devin, Raiders' dad. Today's his birthday, so shout out to Devin. Happy birthday, brother.
happy birthday, Devin.
Happy birthday.
So he just sent me a picture of what his wife and kids got him for his birthday
Oh,
today,
that's cool.
with the Raiders logo on the top of the skull.
Goat head with the Raiders logo on it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'd hang that up in my house in a heartbeat. That's pretty cool. No, not Kaufman. McCollum. He was the Navy running back.
The running back, yeah, Napoleon.
He's actually a good running back too. Wasn't bad.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah, I mean, he never played again after that, but yeah, unfortunately.
Well, that was going to be his year as starting as the number one back too, as a featured back.
Yeah. Just a freak injury. It just sucks.
Yeah, because we had moved on. We moved on from Nick Bell at that point. Nick Bell was Nick Bell was Nick Bell.
Yeah, it just sucks. It's like two promising running backs that we lost because of devastating injuries. Bo Jackson obviously was the biggest impact, and from an injury on our team, and then McCollum going down like that. I mean, the second it happened, it's like, yep, career ender, done.
Yeah, Bo Jackson's injury is, I equate it to it's like cursed our franchise ever since that happened.
And the sad part is that's also a testament to how fucking strong the guy is.
Yeah,
how strong his legs were, that he basically pulled his own hip out of his own socket.
Yeah,
trying to get away from that tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, usually that injury's usually an injury like that is similar to a motorcycle accident where you got a lot of inertia, a lot of force. But yeah, him doing it, running the ball with the guy hanging on the back of him. And all it was he extended that leg to get a little bit more leverage, and it just
popped it.
Yeah.
Well, the worst part was they didn't realize it was that bad when it happened. He was still up and walking around on the
side. He got up and walked away, yeah.
There was an outside possibility he was going to play in the Buffalo game.
Yeah, but they never realized that. What's up, Nate? They never realized that it was that bad. Other than that, he would have been carted off the field. Every precaution would have been taken possible. He probably would have been back the following week, because it would have just been the matter of popping his hip back in and making sure there's no broken or torn ligaments or vein injuries, and then move on. But he did more damage walking around on it, and he tried running on the sideline too. If I'm not wrong, trying to test it.
I think the surgeons and doctors said because of the delay in the treatment is what caused it, because it started to deteriorate within 3 to 5 days. But because Priest Holmes had the exact same injury. Remember Priest Holmes?
Yeah,
he played for Baltimore. He had the exact same injury. And then he got it fixed and was 100%, and moved on to Kansas City and finished his career there.
Well, it's not only today's medical. Yeah, the medical definitely wasn't top notch back then. But not only is the medical advancement now so much greater, but there's more precautions taken.
Yeah,
now.
they
down with an injury, they will do any. Look at Aiden O'Connell last year with his knee. Everybody was busting his balls because they put an air splint on it. The way he landed. The way he landed on the knee, and probably the pain he was explaining at the time, they did the right thing. Being a former EMT, it's the same thing I would have done if it was anybody on the street that fell like that. You would put a splint on the leg to make sure they don't bend it and cause any more damage, and then let's go get it checked out. So it ended up being only a bruise. But at the time, you don't have X-ray vision. You don't know what the fuck's wrong with him on the field.
But see, now you look at the football games. What do you see on sidelines? It's called a medical check. You didn't see that back in the days. They used to take a card, roll into the locker room, then they go to the hospital. But now they got a medical tent with trained doctors in there to look at the head injury, leg injury, or whatever right away. They don't delay it.
Well, Also with the medical tent, it also prevents the fact that if it's a groin or an upper thigh injury, the guy's not standing on the sidelines, not with the tent like it used to be, and has to drop his pants right there. Because I've seen players do that on the sideline that have an injury. Other players that stand around with towels trying to block them a little bit, and this guy's got his junk all exposed because he's got a groin injury or something, and the doctors or the medical staff's got to look at it before they bring him inside.
There's a player that happened to. I forgot what his name was. He was like butt naked on the sideline. Jeez, cover him up. I mean, sure, the girls didn't mind the women or some men maybe, but yeah.
Oh, Chris, relax now.
I'm happy. Season almost started. I'm just being happy.
All right. So are we excited, boys?
Yes. I'm ready to go.
Hopefully next week will definitely be more content added as time goes on at the training camp.
I haven't looked at the training camp schedule. Is Saturday the expected day for pads? Because is it 2 or 3 days that they go without pads?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a specific rule where they can only be.
There's a specific. They have to have so many
rules.
Yeah. There's a rule on it, and even people coming off the PUP list have a date. They have to do a day or two without pads before they can put their pads on.
Balls flopped out like Angelo watching boxing. He's watching boxing. He's seeing this fast arm movement. It's like, oh, what the hell's he doing? Yeah, I think we report the 22nd, so that's 19, 20. That's Tuesday. So so that would be that would make sense if it's Saturday.
Yeah, so they report on Tuesday, practice Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday,
and then Saturday they can put pad. They can go full pads.
Yep.
Right on.
Cool.
So next Saturday, last call, you guys will have your first padded practice content.
Hopefully. So I'll be watching for any news I can find on it. So
yeah. No, the hard part is like last year, some of the insiders last year, I think they were making a lot of shit up that they were seeing in practice, and hopefully this year it's more accurate reporting so we can get to know the true details, so
just keep your eye on the depth chart. You'll see that depth chart's going to change a lot coming up. Players are going to move around on that chart, and I think some that are going to move are probably going to surprise some people. I think some people are going to be surprised with this. Is just my opinion and my guess on this. I think there's going to be some movement that people are going to be like, really? I can already see one coming. I seriously think that Caleb Rogers is really going to move up fast. I've just got such hope for this kid. I really do.
So that's Jeff's prospect that he's looking for.
I'm telling you, that's my guy that I think is going to have a big impact as a rookie. That you weren't like an unexpected player because people aren't really sleeping on him, but I don't think they're giving him enough credit.
I don't think they're putting like high expectations on it's high like the JPJ. I think they're just waiting because they got a vet in front of them, so they just
But I think he's got the skill set and the size and the strength to really make an impact.
Yeah,
for sure. I think you're going to see a lot of him in preseason. Obviously, they have to. You got it.
Definitely.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this offensive line gels. I really don't care about. I mean, I care about the other positions, but I'm really psyched because this could be like a whole brand new offensive line.
Well, you said the battles are running one in the trenches. So if they can't block for Gino, block and make holes for Genty, can't do anything.
Yep.
So we will see. We will see.
All right, fellas, we're on 2.5 hours, man. I think it's about that time.
Yeah, tune in next Saturday for a 9-hour marathon.
No.
Although, Jeff,
I think we're done. I think we're done with them long ass shows now.
No.
7, 8 hours.
Come November, December, you're going to be doing 5-6 hour shows. Mark my words.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a possibility.
Oh yeah, there'd be something to talk about, but yeah. So yeah.
And I know I give you a little push on it, but it's really just the passion of this channel and the guys that are in the chat, like Detroit God, Cool Kev, Bueno, Rosetown whenever he's around, Raider Pete, Raider Paul, all those guys, man. I love hanging out with them in the chat. It's fun to come on here, but it's fun. I have a lot of fun in the chat too. So,
well, like I said, when Jeff said we'll make it Saturday, he said you're gonna do a show. I said, yeah, I'll do a show. I said, no, I think I have to get a co-host. And first person I thought of was you, Jason.
I appreciate you guys, thinking of me. And I know
if you didn't say your name, I was going to suggest it, but he told me you right away. I'm like, I will never disagree with that.
I'll never be as good looking as Nate or Leo or, but.
What you talking about, man? You're the prettiest man in showbiz, man. Get out of here.
They're looking at my regular co-host.
Yeah.
Exactly. My co-host, man, like,
no, my co-host, not yours.
Yeah.
No, you know what is, and like I said, with Jason, he brings a different take on things. So having him in was a perfect no-brainer when you mentioned it. I'm like, well, I was glad you did because I would have suggested Jason anyway. I still would have let you decide who you wanted, but I would have been like, did you think about Jason? But I'm glad you picked him. And like I said, I've been listening since you guys started while I was still up at the party. And
yeah, I thought we were going to do mock draft, but that wasn't the.
No, that was a while back. We can do mock. Well, we don't know because we're going to be picking the bottom 10 next year anyway, so we don't have to worry about that.
Okay, my prediction is we're going to pick 19th next year.
I think we'll pick it like 26.
26, we're in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
You we getting in the playoffs?
I hope so.
Oh, I hope so too.
They good. And the way Jeff predicted the record, 11-5, we're in the playoffs. 11-6, I mean. We're in the playoffs.
11-5, we missed a game.
Yeah, somewhere.
We skipped it. We just didn't feel like playing. Fuck them.
But of all the years that we've been complaining about our schedule, this schedule that we have this year is probably the easiest schedule we've had probably in 20 years.
And I think not only is it an easy schedule, I think it's spaced out nice. The bye week's perfect. I don't like an early bye week. I like a middle of the season or towards closer to the end. Middle's perfect because now you get that time off in the middle of the season. You're off for 2 weeks. You get a chance to, relax for a week.
And then our Thursday night game butts up against is only 2 weeks out from our bye as well. So that makes it, that's another bye. So that you have the bye week. And I believe we play 2 games. We play a game, and then we play our Thursday night game. Then we have another 10-day rest period, which takes us into that last stretch to where, if we have a player that, in theory, we can rest if somebody's injured 4 or 5 weeks and only miss 2 games.
Yeah.
So that's beneficial, and these guys can recover a lot better. I know that Thursday night game is probably going to be a little tough because it's going to be butted up against another game that we just come off of. But don't we play Monday night after our bye?
No, we played Jacksonville after that.
We got Jacksonville.
Okay.
But what I like about that, we don't have to travel that much. You go to East Coast early one time this early in the season. Is it before we go to East Coast twice?
We go to East Coast 3 times before the.
Not talking before the bye.
Twice before the bye week and then
and then one after the bye. So we're not traveling so much.
Yeah, we got 3 actual games on the East Coast. We got the Patriots, then we get the Eagles,
Yeah.
then we get the Redskins. Then after that, the next closest game to the East Coast we do is Indy, which isn't that bad.
No.
Then Houston, and then everything else is West Coast or middle of the middle of the country.
Yeah, it's all like we're not traveling that far,
No.
Because I hate, I know the NFL want to do the international games, but I hate when the Reds go to like London and we're the home team. No, not really. Or Mexico. Well, Mexico City pretty much are the home team, but I hated those things.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, it hurts for people that are season ticket holders at Allegiant and fans that would like. None of us are going to be going to Mexico City to watch the game. So if you plan on going to Allegiant, you're going to miss out on that game. If that's the case, if we're the home team and it's in Mexico City.
The good thing is they put that rule in with the new stadium. I think next year is our 5th year in the stadium.
Yeah.
So after next year, we can be a home team in an international game. But as long as we have the new stadium, we're not a home. We can't be a home team. I believe it's the first 5 years at the stadium after we open the stadium.
Hey, so Detroit guy agree with you.
Now, that we're gonna be the team that's going to be going to Australia when that's planned.
Oh, that's
because that's the country that, other than Mexico, that's the other country that we're designated as.
And we're all going to go stay at Alcosta's place
for that. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. So Detroit guy agree with you what you said about Jacksonville.
Yeah, I agree. That game scares me because, number one, we don't have much success after the bye week, and that's a game that we could easily just walk in there underprepared or overconfident and eat dust. It bothers me because also it's like whenever we have 2 weeks to get ready, like the bye week, and we come out fucking flat. It's almost like we're looking beyond that team again. It's Jacksonville, they suck. Especially if Jacksonville's like only won one game by the time it comes, gets to that game after our bye week. That's a prime example of we're going to be a get right game for a team. At some point this season, it's going to be a game that's going to turn a team around or get them off the snide, and they get a win. That's what I don't want.
Yeah.
That game scares me. People are saying the Giants game's a trap game. I'm not worried about the Giants game. It's that Jacksonville game.
I know. Only game
this could be our Carolina game this year.
Yeah. I'm worried about the Tennessee Titans. I don't know why that game is just like, I'm still worried about that. So I don't know why. I just feel it. I don't think they're going to be good this year, but they're going to be just pumped up enough to beat us. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people that are saying it's the Tennessee games I track.
Yeah.
All righty, guys. I'm going to.
We're about to call it 2.
Yep.
Jason, it's been a pleasure doing a show with you.
Thanks, no problem.
Anytime you want, or not anytime you want, but feel free to come in.
Oh, yeah, I know what you meant.
Thank you, Jason, for filling in tonight. I appreciate you, brother.
No problem, Jeff. Anytime, brother.
You guys did it was a great show. It really was.
Thank you. All right. We'll see you guys.
All right. Good night, Jason.
See you, buddy.
Anyway.
I'm good. Whenever you want to close it out, it's all you.
You guys, thanks for tuning in to the Chris and Jason show today. The special guest, Jeff. Make sure you like, subscribe, and notifications on both our channels. If you notice, I had to change that background picture. I can have you staring at me all night. I saw that. What the hell?
I knew you'd like that. As soon as I put that up, so when you logged in, you saw that right away. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I clicked on Studio, and I like, wait a minute, is it the right one? I took that picture off.
Okay. I left Chris a little surprised when he jumped into the studio tonight after I made it up. I jumped in today and changed the photo. So when he come in, it was just a big picture of my face. Just, hey.
Let's see. Where is it?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I said, "Oh no, I gotta take that down." He's gonna stare at me like, "What? What?" All right.
I couldn't resist.
So, yeah, guys, tomorrow morning I have a show. We're in Nate Jason at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Please tune in to us. Jeff, you got anything tomorrow?
Nope. I am not doing a goddamn thing tomorrow. I am going to sleep like a baby at some point tonight.
I heard that.
Next time I'm on, we'll be with you on Monday morning
Yes.
for our Raiders Monday morning quarterback show. So make sure you guys tune in. If you can't, catch the replay. 11:45 Eastern and 9:45. Nope. 8:45 Pacific.
You're trying to make me late? Where's Chris?
That's
Hour late.
Folks, AM.
Yeah, it's a morning show.
Now, you're going to be late?
No, you said 9:45, so you're trying to make me late?
Yeah, no, 8:45 a.m. and 11:45 a.m. So Monday morning, Raiders Monday morning quarterback. Tune in.
Yeah. See you guys tomorrow morning. Like what you say? Say it, sir. Be safe.
Oh, everybody stay safe and go Raiders.
Raiders. Hit it. I'll not do that yet. I'm still working on the intro stuff. But anyway, here you go. Nope. Still can't do it. I never did it. Go hit
6
the outro.
hours later, we're still sitting there staring at each other.
Hit the outro for me. I can't do it.
Just click end stream. Boom. Done.